Case number 593 on the calendar in the matter of Martin versus Larson. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated.
Miss Martin, the defendant was your boyfriend?
Yes.
According to your complaint, he assaulted you?
Yes.
And broke your collarbone?
Yes.
Mr. Larson says that he did no such thing, and that as a matter of fact, on the day in question, it was you who assaulted him. Where did the assault take place?
At my house.
Is there any reason why you're smiling?
No. No.
I wouldn't smile if somebody assaulted me. I'd have a frowny face on.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
What time at your house?
Probably about 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Mr. Larson, what were you doing at her house at 3 or 4 in the afternoon?
Actually, that's not when it happened, but I was at her house from about 3 to 4 o'clock because she worked that day, didn't have a babysitter for her 2 boys. I had my little boy, so I watched him for her.
So this was prearranged that you were going to be there?
Yes, it was. Then
Do you remember the date?
Nope, all I could tell you was it was Sunday in middle of
The 23rd.
January.
Of?
January.
And you were not living together at the time?
No.
No.
Okay, it's 3 or 4 o'clock, you're babysitting for her 2 children, your child. What happened?
She came home in a bad mood, so I called some friends, left, went and watched some football games with them. Came back later because my truck had broke down in front of her house.
What'd you do with your son?
Oh, his mom had came and picked him up by this time.
What were you in a bad mood about?
Because I got a phone call at work saying that my kids have been home by themselves for about 2 hours. I guess his truck broke down and left my kids home by themselves for 2 hours, so I was pretty upset.
It wasn't 2 hours. I did her a favor, took her to work because she doesn't have a car. I drop her off at work. About halfway back to her house, my truck breaks down. Grabbed my stuff out of there and got to her house as quick as I could. The kids were maybe there a half an hour.
How old are they?
10 and 5.
Okay, but that's why she was in a bad mood. Okay, so you left.
Yes.
And there was no altercation?
No.
Did you come back?
Yes.
Okay. What happened when he came back?
I asked him to leave. I didn't want him there. He was making excuses. He didn't have a ride. He had nowhere to go. I kept telling him, leave, just leave, just leave. You know, and it turned into an argument. He would not leave. I went to go in my bedroom and lock the door. And he grabbed my hair and pulled me to the ground in the hallway and landed on top of me and took the cell phone, the batteries out of the cell phones so I couldn't call the police. He was really abusive. He wouldn't leave for anything. I was just trying to get away from him. I was trying to leave the house. He wouldn't let me leave the house.
Police report?
Yep.
I'd like to see it, please, along with your medical records.
Okay. My neighbor is the one that actually called 911. And on the 3rd page, it shows where she had called.
You want to tell me your version of these events, Mr. Larson, before I finish the police report, please?
Yes. Pretty much nothing what she said is how it happened. I came back. You know, I didn't think that there was going to be an altercation. I just left earlier. I just left earlier in the day so there wouldn't be an altercation. I'm not into drama. I don't like to argue.
What did you come back for?
My truck was there, and it had broke down earlier when I'd taken her to work, so I was going to stop by, see if I could get it to start. If not, see if maybe I could get somebody to tow it. Okay,
but the truck was outside. You didn't park the truck inside the house, right?
Right, but I didn't think we'd get in an argument going in the house.
But you had already had an argument. You said she was in such a bad mood that you left.
She was in a bad mood. We didn't necessarily argue. I just ended up leaving before we did argue.
Okay.
And the next thing I know, I found some stuff laying around her house that I confronted her about, namely some checks of mine that she'd taken and written, forged my signature on. I asked her
now
about,
when had you found those items?
That day when I was babysitting the kids, I found them. And it wasn't the right time when she got off work.
Just a second.
Okay.
So before she got home in this bad mood, you had been snooping around the house?
Something like, yes.
And you came across some items that distressed you, like checks of yours that she had forged?
Yes.
Well, that would make me very...
Angry?
Yes, that would make me angry.
No, I was more shocked.
Shocked?
I wasn't really angry at all. That's why I didn't say anything when she came home from work. The kids were there. It wasn't the right time to confront her when the kids were there.
So then you left.
So I left.
Now, when you came back allegedly to take care of your truck.
Yes.
But you went into the house.
Right.
Now, what happened when you got into the house, Mr. Larson?
I basically sat down on the couch. She was standing above me
What
yelling.
were you doing sitting on the couch?
Well, I just came up the stairs and sat down on the
Was your truck fixed?
couch. No. We were talking.
Talking about what?
I was confronting her about the checks that I'd found.
Okay, though that would seem normal.
Then she got angry. I guess basically that she wasn't sneaking it. She got caught. And so she got angry. And that's when she came after me.
How did she do that?
Well, she'd asked me to leave. She'd kicked my backpack, so I bent down on all fours to pick a few things up, put them back in the small pockets of my backpack, and that's when she hit me over the back of the head with I don't know what, but it sent tingles down my arms and legs. There was no attack on her whatsoever. And as far as any injuries she had, those were probably from her ex the week before. He beat her up pretty good, and she had filed a protective order, and that's why the neighbor, when they heard any sort of loud voices, called the police because they didn't know if he was over there again.
You telling me what the neighbor was thinking when she called the police?
It's my bad.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Since this incident happened, has he slept over?
No.
I've slept over
How many times, Mr. Larson?
every other day.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Celeste Martin says ex-boyfriend Jeremy Larson assaulted her during a heated argument. Jeremy says Celeste hit him over the head.
Why did you take the batteries out of the telephone, sir?
I mean, the backs just came
Why
off
did you
and
take-
out. I didn't unhook them and take them out.
You mean simultaneously, the two telephones that are in the house had their batteries
No,
fall
one
out?
of them was downstairs on the charger. We were upstairs. There was one of them right there.
How did the batteries get out of this phone, sir?
I didn't take them out. I didn't tell her she couldn't call anybody.
Had you been drinking that day?
I think I'd had about one beer the whole time I was over watching football.
What did you hit him with, Miss Martin?
I did not hit him.
Well, the police noted that he had a mark on the side of his neck and a redness to the back of his neck.
It must have happened when we were in the hallway and he, you know, in the way of me trying to get away from him, it might have scratched his head, but I did not hit him. I was trying to get away from him.
Your Honor,
Shh. You appear to be a rather intelligent young man, Mr. Larson. You seem to get it. Wrong, perhaps, but you get it.
not usually.
How come there were papers thrown all around, Mr. Larson?
Those were some of the things that I'd found. Tax returns of mine that she'd gotten out of a filing cabinet.
Okay, now what were they doing thrown around the bedroom? Who threw them around the bedroom?
I didn't throw them. When I left earlier, they were in a stack. She knew that I'd found them. When I came back,
I'm
I
talking
don't
about
know
the
what
police.
happened.
No, I'm talking about the police, what the police found.
I mean, she could have, they were on the floor in a room. She could have kicked him when she was she gets quite irate.
But you weren't irate that she found some stuff there that you felt as if she was being deceptive about.
But again, I never was really upset about it. I just thought, what stupidity.
Have you ever had any arrests for domestic assault, Mr. Larson?
No, I have
Yes,
not.
he has.
When, Miss Martin?
Once with his ex-wife, probably 4 or 5 years ago, and then he got arrested twice with me for domestic.
full.
They were probably within the last year. July.
Arrested or just there were complaints?
Arrested. He was
No.
arrested twice, and there was a few complaints.
That is a total lie.
No, I am.
I've never had a domestic call from my ex-wife that I was with 15 years or been arrested with her previously.
Have there been calls to the house with regard to the two of you?
Yes,
I think there was one before this one.
Okay.
several.
Okay. Okay.
Your Honor, I think she could probably take me in a fight, so why would I pick a fight with her? She's a good-sized girl. Isn't that rude?
Do you have any medical records, madam?
Yes.
I'd like to see them, please.
And again, these are probably from her ex who
Actually, I think
3 or
it's the
4
last
days
page.
before.
It's just a single page. Yes,
This?
that's it. That's just a printout of the statement. Yes.
And that's probably from when he hit her and they hauled her off in an ambulance.
No, there's dates on there.
Shh. Quiet. Look, I need the medical records. Were you assaulted by your former ex-boyfriend, husband prior to this?
Yes.
When prior?
The January 10th of this year.
Huh.
No, it's,
January 10th. So according to you, 13 days before this happened.
Mm-hmm.
And when you were assaulted, did you go to the Granger Medical Clinic?
No, I went to the emergency room at Jordan Valley Hospital.
And what kind of treatment did you get there?
Some x-rays for my eye. I had a black eye, so some x-rays. And
X-rays, and what else?
that was it for the eye. It was the 23rd that we had this fight, and then I went to the Granger Medical on the 27th.
I see that you went there on the 27th. But I don't have a report from them. All I have is billing. This is billing.
It says
on
on
what
there
they did.
for x-rays for a broken collarbone.
I see what
Yeah.
it says, but I don't know when that happened. You see, you didn't go the 23rd.
No, it says on the 27th.
You didn't go the 24th.
It says the 27th.
You didn't go the 25th. You didn't go the 26th. So my problem is I don't know whether this happened as a result of a prior assault where you were the victim, because this isn't a medical record. This is a bill.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yes.
Oh.
I think this was on a Sunday that this happened between us. Monday, I called and got a doctor's appointment for the 27th.
Well, why didn't you go to the emergency room if you had a fracture?
Because I didn't know it was fractured. I thought it was just bruised and was going to get better, but it didn't. So
What
that's
did
why
they
I
do
went.
for it when you got there?
I was put in a sling for a few weeks and given some painkillers. That's basically all they can do for it. But I am a waitress and I carry trays, and so by the end of the day, it swells up and it really still hurts.
Miss Martin, according to your complaint, you say that you came home and Jeremy started trying to steal my tips.
Yes, he has done
Well,
that.
you don't. No, I didn't say he. You didn't say he has done that. You said that this happened, by the way, on January 25th, is what you state here.
Yes.
In your complaint, which is 2 days later. Do you understand?
It was the 20...
it was a Sunday, I know that for sure, because football was on.
The 23rd.
So this is just incorrect.
Yes.
But what you stated in your complaint was that Jeremy started trying to steal my tips that I made for the day as a waitress, and he tried to take my wallet. As we argued, it turned physical. I tried to get my cash back, and he pulled my hair. How come you forgot that? That would be very important. He was trying to steal your property?
This argument went on for probably over an hour. So there were several times that I was trying to get away from him. That was the whole thing, is I'm leaving and going to one room and he'll follow me. And I'll get up and go to the other room and he'll follow me. And he has stolen my tips and my wallet
I don't care
several
what
times.
he's done. Listen to me. What he's done in the past is irrelevant if you took him back and you had him watching your children that day. So it doesn't make any difference to me. If you determined to live with him.
Okay, I did not ask him to babysit my kids, actually. I did have a babysitter. The reason it came about, his little boy and my little boys are really close. They like to spend the weekends together. So he figured since his little boy was going to spend the night, he's like, well, I can just babysit for you. And I was like, well, I have a babysitter. He's like, well, it's okay. To save an argument the night before, I was like, okay, whatever, babysit.
Just a second. Did he sleep over the night before?
Yes.
Since this incident happened, has he slept over?
No.
Since this incident happened, have you seen him socially?
Yes. Probably
When?
Probably about a month, 2 months ago. About a month
I've
ago.
slept over as well.
How many times, Mr. Larson?
Probably at least every other day.
No.
When was the last time you slept over, Mr. Larson?
Probably 3-4 weeks ago, maybe.
Tell me about it.
She's drama queen. She'll do anything.
Now look at me and tell
She'll
me.
do anything to have drama
Just a
going in
second.
her life.
I asked you, tell me the circumstances surrounding your sleeping over 3 or 4 weeks ago. Did she call you? Did you call her? Had you gone out for dinner?
I don't remember. It seems like she stopped by and asked me out of the blue if I had seen some tool
Stop by where?
at my house.
And you said, I don't have that tool, but I'll come over.
Well, I said, I don't know what you're talking about. She's all, well, that was just an excuse to come over and see it. So then I was like, okay.
So she came over to see you, and
She invited me over.
that evening,
Yes.
and you went.
No, I don't think I went. She was going somewhere. It was the next night.
Did you have dinner together?
Nope.
What time did you get there?
10 or 11.
Where were the children?
her kids live with their father, so they were with him.
And you spent the night?
Yes.
Truck was working?
Yes. I do have a question. Now, this is a different time my truck broke down. I was taking her to the doctor, again, because she doesn't have a vehicle to get to the doctor. So I took her to the doctor.
When?
This is right before we broke up.
How do I get to your house if I don't have a vehicle?
You do now.
Don't speak. Right before you broke up, you're talking about January 23rd? Is that when you consider
No,
yourself
actually,
broken?
this was after that. This was after that.
Okay.
I would say this was about 3.5 weeks ago.
Okay, well, tell me what happened 3.5 weeks ago.
Took her to the doctor. On our way back to her house.
Which doctor?
Ranger Medical.
Would that have been either March 1st or February 21st?
Yes.
Okay. And this was afterwards? This was after this January 23rd?
Yes. So then I started driving her home, and my truck broke down, once again, doing her a favor. So I finally got a friend to tow it back to her house. After I had to stay the night where it was at, got broken into. I towed it over to her garage, and she gets mad at me, and all of a sudden has it towed and won't tell me where it was towed to.
Still?
Still. I'm getting close to calling all the places in the yellow pages, but there's quite a few towing places.
Where's his truck?
Kearns Towing.
Kearns Towing.
Now,
that
at 3
helpful?
weeks impound fees,
Is that helpful to you?
if I can afford to get it out, yes, that helps.
What'd you have it towed for?
I asked him not to tow his truck to my house when it broke down.
Okay, and it broke down about 3-4 weeks ago?
Yes.
After he took you to the doctor?
Yes.
Goodbye. Listen. When somebody assaults, if somebody assaulted me and broke my collarbone, my dear, according to what you tell them, they would not be taking me to the doctor a month later.
No, it was...
And they would not be sleeping over 3 weeks later.
He has not...
That's called condonation.
He has
That's
not
called
spent
being
the night.
stupid.
He has
Goodbye.
not spent the night.
Yes, case number 417 on the calendar in the matter of Sindler versus Barone.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Judge. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated, ma'am. Have a seat, please.
Mr. Sindler, Mr. Barone came to live with you. He was a friend of yours. According to your complaint, Mr. Barone had you falsely arrested for both assault, and he told the police that you were growing a controlled substance in your backyard, which you say was not true. It was actually Mr. Barone who was growing this controlled substance, and the altercation that resulted in the police being called had to do with your discovery of that. Mr. Barone says that you did, in fact, assault him. You were, in fact, growing a controlled substance in the backyard, so he did not falsely report criminal activity because everything that he said was true. Is that right, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Ever been arrested, Mr. Barone?
Yes.
You want to tell me when you were arrested?
I was arrested for possession of paraphernalia a while ago.
What kind of paraphernalia, Mr. Barone?
I think it was blunt guts. Do you know what that is?
You're going to tell me.
Okay. If you take a cigar, you cut it down the middle, the stuff
And then
that's
what do you
inside.
put inside?
Whatever you want to put inside, ma'am.
What did you put inside?
Some weed.
Some marijuana.
Yeah.
And in what year was this arrest? Before you give me an I want you to try to think very carefully. In what year was that
I have
arrest?
no idea, to tell you the truth. I mean, it was so long ago.
It can't be so long ago, sir, because you're only 26.
Yeah. Well, I would say probably 3-4 years ago.
And since then?
I've been good. Oh, I had a DUI. First and last, I promise.
Ever been arrested, Mr. Sindler?
Yes, Your Honor.
For what?
I have been arrested for burglary and assault.
When?
The assault charge, I believe it was 2001.
And the burglary?
The burglary charge took place in 2003.
Ever arrested for any crimes involving drugs?
I have been.
Go ahead.
Paraphernalia charge.
When?
It was with Mr. Barone in 2001, also on August 2nd.
This case?
For this matter, yes.
Why, did you think that this was going to be easy, Mr. Barone?
No, of course not.
If you did, it was a big mistake.
I love you. You're the best.
You're right.
Being honest.
You're right. Get in line. There's a long line.
I know, I can tell.
Right?
Oh, yeah. Long one.
I believe it.
Now, Mr. Sindler, when did Mr. Barone move in with you?
He moved in the end of May.
And when is it that you allege that you found these marijuana plants growing in your backyard?
It was on the morning of August 2nd.
And with your hands, Mr. Sindler, I want you to show me how big the plants were.
This being the pot that they were growing out of, I'd say roughly about here.
About 2.5 to 3 feet.
Correct.
So let's say Mr. Barone moved in the end of May. So we had June and July to plant little seeds, right? And then for these plants to grow. I am not an expert in everything. I know that that surprises you. So do we have an estimate as to whether or not marijuana plants can grow from seeds to 3 feet high in 60 days?
I believe they can. I'm not sure. I'm not an expert either.
Bert, have you ever heard of people growing marijuana plants?
Sure.
Do you have any clue as to whether or not a marijuana plant can grow to 3 feet high in 60 days?
I have no idea.
Okay, now, Mr. Sindler, now you can tell me all about your cause of action, which you allege that Mr. Barone falsely reported that you assaulted him and that you were growing marijuana in your backyard.
Correct.
Go.
On August 2nd, the morning, I had gone outside and noticed that my garden hose was extended all the way to the end of the yard. So I had gone back to the end to recoil the garden hose. When I'd gone back, I'd noticed that in the back, behind bushes, were marijuana plants growing.
Go ahead.
So when I had discovered these, of course, I was curious. We live in the house with a 4-year-old child of ours. My immediate instinct was to destroy them and call her, my girlfriend, and tell her to come home and that we need to kick Dominic out of the house because I had noticed that, I don't grow marijuana. So, I mean, this has obviously been planted by him. And when she had come home, she had Dominic drive her home because they work at the same place, the job that I had gotten him. When they had come home, I had confronted Dominic, told him that he needs to move out of my house.
Did you tell him why?
I did. At that time, he had jumped up and pushed me down onto the couch. And then he had strangled me. My girlfriend was present during the entire thing and witnessed it, was screaming at him to get off of me. After about 2 minutes, when he finally did release me, I had called the police. At that time, Mr. Barone had ran upstairs to our bedroom and had threatened to destroy our belongings if I did anything or made any actions with the police. I had then noticed that I really can't do much at that moment, and I had gone to the courthouse to file a peace order.
So you didn't wait for the police?
I did not, Your Honor, because I honestly was a little frazzled from the whole incident. He had strangled me for about 3 minutes.
Well, you weren't frazzled. That
That's
didn't
not
frazzle
possible,
you.
ma'am. How can you strangle for someone for 3 minutes?
Mr. Barone,
I
don't
apologize.
speak.
I won't.
When you left the house, who was in the house?
Mr. Barone and Catalina,
And where was your child?
he was with his grandparents.
Okay, so you left this raving maniac in the house with the mother of your child so that you can go to the courthouse. That's what you're telling me.
In so many words, Your Honor, yes.
Well, that's what you did.
Yeah.
I mean, he's upstairs threatening to destroy all your property. You call the police and leave your wife. How tall are you?
4'11".
4'11". You left her with him in the house, and you left to go to the courthouse.
Yes. Poor judgment, I admit.
Very poor judgment, sir. What's next?
I had gone to the courthouse to file a peace order, which I have here, to get him removed from the residence.
I see that.
He also violated the peace order less than a week after.
I don't want to hear about that. That's okay. So then you're at the courthouse. Now you take this and go home. What do you do?
I had then come home. Mr. Barone was already back at work, and I had told him that he's not allowed to come back to the house. I have a peace order against him. When he did arrive at the house, he had brought city police with him and had told them that I was growing marijuana in the backyard. And before he even entered my residence, had these officers searching the outside of my premises. On top of that, Your Honor.
Just a minute. Mr. Barone.
Yes, ma'am.
You were, in fact, at some point served with this peace order, and you did, in fact, appear with an attorney. Now, you appeared at some point before Judge William...
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
Uh-huh. Is not an answer. Yes, ma'am. And at that time, you and your attorney, after being fully advised of your rights, consented to the entry of a final peace order.
Mm-hmm.
Is...
Yes, ma'am.
You want to explain to me why, sir, if you were innocent of everything that transpired on the 2nd of August, you would consent to the entry of a peace order?
Well, for one reason, I don't know what the heck my lawyer was doing at that point in time.
Oh, I don't believe that for a
really
moment,
don't.
Mr. Barone.
Actually,
Dominic, listen to me, sir.
Yes, ma'am. I had to plead
You're
for...
a wise guy, and wise guys always know what their lawyers are doing.
Well, not in this point in time, unfortunately.
How did you find that lawyer, Mr. Barone?
He actually helped me with my DUI.
So he was helpful, so he was a good lawyer.
But, no, he knew people in the court. That's the only reason I really got him initially. I mean, I'm dead serious. He knew the judges. I got off on a very lenient... I mean, I was on probation for a year. I made a bad decision to move in with someone that was bipolar. He just flipped out one day. When I get my chance, I'll explain it to you, ma'am.
Go ahead. Now I'll hear you.
Great. Okay, I'm at work with, unfortunately, his girlfriend. So I get her motioning towards me. She said, I don't understand. Jason keeps on calling me. He's crazy. He broke his TV with his phone. He ripped the phone jack out of the wall. Could you take me to lunch while you go to lunch? I said, no problem. I'm going to head back anyways. So she comes with me to the house. We get there. Jason's nowhere to be found. The house is torn up, papers everywhere. His cell phone's broken in like 15 pieces. His 55-inch TV is shattered on the front, and Jason's nowhere to be found. So I proceed to, go about my business, getting my lunch. I only have about an hour. As I'm fixing lunch, Jason returns. He doesn't say anything to me, and I understand I have a bad temper sometimes as well. I'm going to be honest. So I left him alone. I don't want anybody to speak to me when I'm angry. I gave him his piece, sat down, ate. It was actually beefaroni. I was eating beefaroni. He went upstairs to talk to Catalina. He comes downstairs and storms out. I hear tires peel. Catalina comes down crying. I ask, what's wrong? She says, I don't understand what he's saying. I didn't know what to say to him. So I was like, look, I can't live here. I'm giving you my 30-day notice now. I can't live in I'm on probation. I can't live in a hostile environment like this. So Jason, like I said, returns. I don't say anything to him. At that point in time, I'm finishing my food. He leaves. When he came back, I was sitting on the couch, and me and Catalina were actually discussing the situation, saying, look, I don't know what the heck's going on with him. Why would you break your own TV? And he heard that, and he's like, okay, can I use profanity on here or no?
You can do whatever you want. Like Mr. Barone, I
house.
guarantee you at my age, you can't say anything that I haven't heard before.
I didn't want to disrespect you. He said, get the out of my house. At that point in time, I said, for what? And he's like, oh, because you're talking. So he's trying to antagonize me, trying to get me to, beat him up. And I know he's trying to lure me into it for me to violate my probation. So I'm not violating probation for anybody. I sit down, I'm finishing my stuff, and he comes up and hovers over me and calls me again and puts his fingers to my head and pushes it. It's kind of like a mush or something. So as soon as he mushed me, I got up and I pushed him back. I said, Jason, you come towards me, I'm going to have to defend myself. Jason comes lunging towards me, and I practiced a little bit of jiu-jitsu throughout my life, and I don't know if you know what a guillotine hold is, but it's basically a subduing move. So he kind of tackles me, and I have him in a subduing move. And at this time, I tell Catalina, call the cops, I'm being assaulted. And Catalina's looking at me like she's bewildered, like she doesn't know what to do. So at this point in time, I hear him gurgle, and my intent is not to hurt him. It's just to subdue him. So I let it go a little bit, let him breathe. As soon as that's done, I said, look, Jason, I'm going to give you another chance. I'm going to let you up, but if you come towards me, I'm going to have to hurt you. So I let him up. He jumps over the couch like he's doing hurdles in a sprint and runs to the phone and calls the cops and says that he's being assaulted. So that's where we're at right now, in a nutshell.
Who was growing the marijuana in the backyard?
Again, back to the same statement I said. If I had a house and I was leasing a room to someone that was living at my house, do you think that I would let them?
Don't ask me questions, sir. It's not my job to answer your questions.
Jason was growing the weed. And he got arrested for possession of marijuana that day as well, which is even more.
Did you tell the police that he was growing the marijuana?
Well, when I...
Just look at me and answer my question.
Okay.
Did you tell the police that he was growing the marijuana?
Yes, ma'am.
How did you know about the marijuana, Mr. Barone?
I lived there. We both knew. Like him saying that he wouldn't know that there's plants growing on his own property.
Just a second.
It's ludicrous.
I asked you a question. How did you know about the marijuana?
I knew there was marijuana there. It's our backyard.
Just a second. When did you first know about it?
When he first started planting them.
When?
I have no idea.
You said when he first started planting them.
Yeah, they were probably about a little bit bigger than that, seedlings, when I got there.
Really?
Yes, ma'am.
And you went to the backyard and you saw these little tiny seedlings back there? Is that what you're telling me, Mr.
No,
Barone?
actually, Jason was very proud of them, and he showed it to me. I was like, okay. I mean, they're not mine. I'm not growing them, so cool.
Who watered them?
Who watered them?
Why does that sound like there's an echo here, sir? I asked you a question. I said, who watered them?
You know what? I'll be honest. Look. I'll be honest. I help water them. I'll be honest. I'm here to tell the truth. I'm not here to lie or deceive anybody, so. I smoke weed myself. Yes.
Don't believe me.
Yes. Yes.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
What you're telling me just doesn't have a ring of truth to it. Forget him. He doesn't know about the ring of truth. But what you're telling me doesn't have the ring of truth. And I don't know why.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Jason Sendler is accusing former tenant Dominic Barone of having him falsely arrested for growing marijuana.
Okay, now stand up. Tell me what happened on the 2nd of August. Look at me, make sure that I get whatever is a legitimate story from you. Okay. Otherwise, you see that? It's nothing compared to what I do to people who are 4'11". Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
Go!
On August 2nd, I got a call from my boyfriend, Jason, telling me that I have to go to the house. He also told me that Dominic needs to be out of the house. I couldn't understand why was the reason. He was really upset, so I asked Dominic that I need to go with him in the house. I didn't tell him that Jason told me that.
What happened when you got home?
When I got home,
Look at me.
Jason was there. He was pretty upset, and basically he asked Dominic to leave the house because of the stuff that he found in the backyard, and he just needed him out of the house.
Did your boyfriend break the TV?
I don't know. I don't know who actually brought the TV. He was just upset.
Who do you think broke the TV? Look at me.
I think it was Jason because he was upset and he called me, and at the time that he called me, he having interference with the phone.
Whose TV was it?
Or TV.
So he was furious.
He was.
What did you break the TV with, Jason?
My cell phone doesn't work in the house, and it was giving me trouble, and I threw it at the ground, and when it hit the ground, it skipped and shattered bounced into the TV screen.
Are you serious?
I threw it at the ground.
I don't want to hear you.
Directly at the ground.
Mr. Barone, I don't like you. I know how you feel about me, but there's something about you that's very irritating, sir. I think that maybe you should go to some sort of a counselor to help you reprogram yourself so that you won't be such an irritating person for the rest of your life.
I'll check it out. I'll check that out.
I don't believe that story, Mr. Sindler. Do you understand?
I understand.
That's a lot of baloney. You don't break a television when a cell phone skips on the floor.
It bounced into it and broke the panel, the screen, the front of it.
People deserve each other. Mr. Sindler.
Oh, that's low.
Mr. Sindler, I tend to believe you about a couple of things. I tend to believe you, sir, that it was Mr. Barone who started to grow this marijuana in your backyard. Tend to believe you. Not sure. I also find it really unusual that someone doesn't see contraband that he is familiar with because you had a prior drug arrest growing in your backyard. So something else is going on, Mr. Sindler. I don't know what it is. What do you think it might be?
I'm not sure exactly what you're getting at, but as I explained...
I don't know what it is, Mr. Sindler. I don't know why a man like you, who, according to you, is faced with somebody who is out of control, would leave the mother of his child at home to fend for herself while he gets in the car and goes to a courthouse when the police are on their way. I don't understand that, Mr. Sindler. It doesn't make sense. And if it doesn't make sense, I'm not getting the full truth from either one of you. Can you understand my consternation, sir? Can you understand why what you're telling me just doesn't have a ring of truth to it? Forget him. He doesn't know about the ring of truth. But what you're telling me doesn't have the ring of truth. And I don't know why.
Well, what I can honestly say is that when I had left, as I had admitted before, it was poor judgment. But at the same time, I was also upset with my girlfriend the fact that she didn't make any attempts to contact any police during the time that he was attacking me. Like I said, bad
Why do you think that is, sir? Why?
Because I was pretty scared of Dominic's actions, and...
Why weren't you afraid for Jason?
I was afraid that what he will be able to do in the house, and he said that he will definitely destroy the house, he burned the house, and he will, you know, basically kill us, my kid and myself and my boyfriend.
That's what I'm asking you. I don't understand how Jason could have left you alone with what he says is a lunatic.
Basically, he was just trying to get the pizza to get him out of the house, and we got him out of the house.
Who pled guilty to the possession of this marijuana?
My charge was dropped, Your Honor, which I have proof of
I'd
here.
like to see it. What about yours?
No, mine, I did the community service again.
I'm asking you what happened with yours. He says his was dropped. What happened with yours?
A no proseque, or whatever you guys call that.
That means that you pled
Yes.
nolo contendere.
Yes, again, with the lawyer. That's why I no longer have him.
Gotcha. Mr. Barone, if I knew the kind of assistance to offer you to make you into a more affable person, and one that is more, and yeah, I do know you.
You don't.
I do know you, sir. I've been in the justice system for 30 years. Believe me, I know you. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $3,500. Excuse me, you're only suing for $2,000?
Actually, Your
I would
Honor.
have given you more, sir,
Your
because
Honor,
I'm speaking.
All right, no problem.
It's crazy.
Because Mr. Barone pled guilty to the growing of marijuana.
No,
contendere is. I'm speaking.
Well, get it right then.
I'm speaking.
If you're gonna say it, then speak. Get it right.
I
It was
always
paraphernalia.
get it. I
No,
always
you
get it
didn't,
right,
because
sir.
I didn't get charged for plants. It was paraphernalia of a scale.
Oh, of
Yeah.
a scale.
That he put in my bag?
Oh, this is
Yeah.
Gail.
You haven't seen any of
Perfect.
my...
Judgment for the plaintiff.
Matter of Pratt versus Morris.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Judge. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated, ma'am. Have a seat, please.
Miss Pratt, when did you meet Mr. Morris on MySpace?
I met him on October of 2006.
And when did you move in with him?
November
Of what year?
of 2006. I know, fun stuff.
She did say, I know. You did say that, right? It is your claim, madam, that he assaulted you 2 times.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Once seriously, you were injured, and you also claim that he has certain property that belongs to you. Mr. Morris says you had him falsely arrested. He says that you cut him with a piece of glass. Is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you nervous?
That is
Yes,
wrong.
Your Honor. I have a nervous hereditary twitch.
Okay, but you're nervous.
Yes, Your Honor.
I will feel guilty if I go after you, Mr. Morris, which is my nature, as you know. Mr. Morris says that you had him falsely arrested, that you were actually the aggressor in the first assault, and that you took some of your property and his property as well when you left. So he's got a counterclaim. All right, Miss Pratt, when is this first assault that you are suing for? When did that take place?
There was actually one previous to that in January. He lost his job back then, and I had been the main carrier financially.
Don't tell me what you're not
Everything
suing
was
over,
getting-
madam. Tell me what you're suing over.
Okay, everything was getting hectic. We got into a major fight in
When?
May. And
May of 2007.
2007.
And what happened during this big fight?
Well, during this big fight, he had given me a black eye, strangle marks to my neck. I have my diagnosis of concussions and contusions to me. I fainted at work because of the concussion. I have the EMS bill and I have the hospital bill for that.
And he was arrested.
That's correct.
And he was taken to jail for 4 days.
That's correct.
And then what happened?
And then he got out of jail. He called me right when he got out of jail, promised me that he would see a counselor, take medication, he would change, this and that, and I believed him.
Good, so you went back to him.
So I went back to him, that's correct.
Cross off May of 07.
Right.
If somebody beats you up, gives you a black eye, you have strangle marks around your neck, you don't go back and sleep with them.
Oh, I learned
Which you
that.
did.
Yeah.
In May, June, July, August, September, right?
September was when I got fed up with everything.
Just to say, 5 months later.
Yes.
5 months later. So we are crossing out this assault. That you forgave. And I assume you didn't continue on with the protective order that you could have had. Is that right?
That's correct.
What's next?
September 1st was my birthday, and I broke up with him the day of my birthday. I was fed up with everything yet again. But he's promising me, I want to be a man, I want to be responsible. Okay, fine. Under 2 conditions, I'll get back together with you. If you work and if you quit drinking. Well, it took him a month and a week to find a job, and he kept it for 2 weeks and quit. The drinking part, I'm pretty sure he didn't drink because he was a lot nicer during that month. But the fact that he broke the deal, I broke off the relationship. And the very next morning, I guess it was the 2nd or 3rd, we didn't speak. He left around 2 o'clock. I went to work, came back after midnight. He comes in drunk. There's a 5th of a whiskey bottle that was in the house when I got home that was more than halfway empty. Starts talking trash to me, telling me I'm worthless and he's disgusted by me, blah, blah, blah. And I am not fazed in the least because I could really care less at this point. I just don't care anymore. He pushes me off the couch, and then I sit on the couch and he tells me not to touch him. So I shove his legs off of me and he starts kicking me with his feet. Not hard enough to create marks, but enough to piss me off and know that if I continue making him mad, it will get bad like back in May. He stopped. He started riling himself back up again, talking trash to me, started kicking me again. I call 911. He runs out the door as I'm talking to them, giving them my address, and I left that night. I was not going to stay there because for all I know, he'd come back and kill me. He did threaten that night. He did say, if I didn't leave, I will kill you. So I left. I spent the night at my mom's house. At 12 o'clock, I had texted him, asking him if he was going to be there, because I'd rather not see him when I get my things. And he texted me back saying, my stuff isn't there. So I texted him back saying, okay, I'll make sure I save that for court. I got a victim's protection order filed that day, and then I had police escort me to the house so I could get my things. Everything was gone.
Where's her stuff, Mr. Morris?
I don't have...
Look at me.
Yes, Your Honor.
Where is her stuff?
I still have what she left there.
What stuff do you have of hers, Mr. Morris?
I have some of her posters. I have some dishes and pots and pans.
What about her clothes?
I have no idea.
Did you take your clothes?
No, ma'am, I did not. I only took a night's worth of clothes because I was planning to get my stuff the next day.
What'd you do with her stuff, Mr. Morris?
I did nothing with her stuff. I left that night just like she did.
Where did you go?
I went over to my cousin's house.
Cousin who?
My cousin Matt,
What's his phone number?
856.
So you slept at Matt's?
Yes, Your Honor. Actually, I slept outside of his house because he wasn't there.
Mr. Morris,
Yes, Your Honor.
you see where we're going here, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, Miss Pratt, when you were living with Mr. Morris, did he suffer from this condition, this shaking condition?
Yes, and as far as I know, it's an anxiety disorder because when he takes his anxiety medication or when he's drinking, it stops. But when he's sober or not on anything, it's a constant thing.
You're supposed to take medication, Mr. Morris?
Yes, Your Honor. I haven't been diagnosed for the nervous twitch
How long have you had it, Mr. Morris?
since I was 9 years old.
Well, why don't you get it taken care of, sir?
I can't afford it.
He doesn't work.
Why don't you work?
When she met me, I was doing photography. I was
You weren't
throwing
getting paid for that.
shows.
Shh.
I was throwing shows. Basically a freelance artist.
I'm non-working.
Well, Mr. Morris, if you have a disability, there are ways that you can be treated
Yes,
in
Your
this
Honor.
country.
I'm trying to take action on that.
Well, you
I
should.
started taking action.
Yeah,
on
because
that.
you can't self-medicate, Mr. Morris. If you're self-medicating with alcohol, that's not a smart thing.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
No woman posts pictures like this of herself with the kind of language that's posted on these pictures unless there's something very demented about her.
There is.
And later today,
Where's her PlayStation?
I do not have the PlayStation.
That's not what I asked you. I asked you where it was.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Catherine Pratt says ex-boyfriend Joshua Morris owes for the return of her property and for damages from 2 separate assaults. Joshua is countersuing for the return of his belongings.
Okay, where's her stuff, Mr. Morris?
It's
Did
at
you
my
throw-
mother's house.
What did you take over to your mother's?
Just the pots and pans and dishes that she did leave there. The day that she came with the police, they let her take whatever she wanted. She took all of the new
Whatever was
dishes.
left
Shh.
She took all the new dishes.
that I paid for.
Listen, one more, Miss Pratt, and you're gone. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
Good. So, forewarned is forearmed. Go ahead.
She took the whole collection of DVDs that we had acquired through the relationship.
Well, Mr. Morris, were you working throughout the relationship?
I had a few jobs through the relationship.
Who paid for those things?
She did. Actually, the DVDs that she took, I paid for a lot of
Who
those.
paid the rent?
We both did.
I did. Your
From what?
I had a few jobs. Like, I actually lost a job defending her when I got
Mr. Morris, I don't believe that you paid half of the rent for all the time you lived together, sir.
Yes, Your Honor.
I don't believe that you were gainfully employed based upon whatever disability you have and the self-medication that you do. I don't believe that you can hold a job for a very long time.
Yes, Your Honor. I actually quit drinking the last 2 months of our relationship.
And are you telling me you haven't had a drink since?
I have, Your Honor.
I know.
Yes.
Okay. What stuff do you want, Miss Pratt?
I want to be repaid for everything that he took. My entire wardrobe is gone. My shoes, panties, socks, shirts, pants, everything, jackets, even the dishware that he took. Just because I left it, the police.
No,
let
that
me
you're getting
leave it.
back. That's at his mother's
Yeah.
house. The dishes and the silverware and the stuff that is
Okay.
at his mother's house is all going back to you.
Good.
So you really want to be reimbursed for your clothes?
I do, yes.
I know that it's not going to be easy, Miss Pratt, but you're going to have to replace your clothes for $1,000. As far as the amount that you are requesting for the assault and harassment.
Well, the harassment part is the-
assault. I'm speaking.
Okay.
The assault you're not being reimbursed for because the second time was just a fight, and the first time was an assault. I would have ordinarily reimbursed you for any medical bills you have, any lost wages that you had, but you forgave them. You took them back. I wouldn't have done that, and you shouldn't have done that. So that you don't get reimbursed for. Now I want to hear very briefly, madam, the harassment that you are alleging.
Yes, the harassment was happened after the Victims Protection Order was made. We had taken explicit photos in the beginning of our relationship. What he did is made an account of those photos and sent it to my MySpace page, which was technically a violation of the VPO because he was having contact. Now, this right here is the evidence, and it shows those pictures. It's also putting my mom's address and my telephone number, saying if you want a good time to please contact me.
Why'd you
and it
do that
has
for,
these
Mr.
photos,
Morris?
and it's
Your Honor, I did not do that. As
he's the
far
only
as
one
I
who
know.
owns these photos.
As far as I know, she did that just to try to say that I had violated the Victims Protective Order.
Mr. Morris, did she file a violation of the protective order?
She did, and
She did. And what happened with that, sir?
nothing happened. Actually, I made a report of her making false reports.
What happened with the violation of the protective order, Ms. Pratt?
Absolutely nothing, Your Honor. They said that all they can do is have a paper trail, and as they add up, then it would become a felony. But with this one, they didn't do anything.
Let me see what you have.
I also have the police report for it as well.
Oh, there's no question, my friend, Mr. Morris, that you posted these on her website.
No, Your Honor.
She does not look like a psychotic.
Looks are deceiving.
Maybe.
She is.
I don't think so. These are not photographs that a woman would place unless she is actively psychotic.
That was done on the internet, and I don't have control over what people do on the internet.
I don't have control over what people do on the internet, Mr. Morris, because I didn't even know how to get on the internet.
Yes, Your Honor.
All I know is common sense.
Yes, Your Honor.
And common sense in all the years I've been on this earth.
Yes, Your Honor.
I can tell you that no woman, unless she is a pro, posts pictures like this of herself with the kind of language that's posted on these pictures, unless there's something very demented about her.
There is.
I don't see it. And if I don't see it, it's not there. So I'm telling you that it is my belief that you, who had control over these pictures, and you, who were dumb enough, listen out there, don't take pictures. They will always come back to hurt you. Always.
That was how I met her, Your Honor. We'd set up a photo shoot.
We met before then.
That's how we met in person.
We met before then.
I'm going to throw you out. Okay. Don't answer him. If you want to answer him, go outside and talk to him. We don't do that in a court. You can say, no, you didn't all you like. I find that you did.
Yes, Your Honor.
And it was evil, and it was done during the course of a protective order. It's doubly evil. Now, you have a counterclaim. Your counterclaim for is damages for false arrest.
Yes, Your Honor.
When do you think she had you falsely arrested?
In May. It was basically self-defense.
Get over it.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you sleep with her in June?
Yes, Your Honor.
July?
Yes, Your Honor.
August?
Yes, Your Honor.
September?
Yes,
What?
Your Honor.
Not interested.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, what property do you say she took of yours?
Just what we had acquired, a few DVDs that I bought. That was it.
Get a life, sir, and get some help for yourself. You deserve it. Your counterclaim's dismissed. Judgment for the plaintiff for the amount of $3,000. That's
Thank you, Your Honor.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I believe it's completely unfair.
It was exactly what I was hoping for.
Kathy is evil.
Joshua hits women.
I believe we both handled it the wrong way.
Listen to everybody else that's talking to you about what they see and not what you feel.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Nash versus Scott, step forward, please.
25-year-old Kiona Nash is suing her ex-boyfriend, Marcel Scott, for stealing her PlayStation 3. Kiona says she broke up with Marcel after she caught him cheating.
Bird, you have kids, right?
Oh, yes.
You remember buying them a PlayStation?
Yeah.
How much did it cost?
I had PlayStation 2, I think, and that was $3.99 when I bought it.
Well, Miss Nash bought a Sony PlayStation. She and Mr. Scott used to live together. They had a fight. According to Miss Nash, Mr. Scott left and stole the Sony PlayStation that she had rented to purchase for the grand total sum of like $2,500. Mr. Scott says that the PlayStation was a gift to him, but even though it was a gift to him, he left it there when he left. That's what you wrote in here, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Who did you purchase this thing from?
It's a company called Rent-A-Center.
And how many monthly payments do you have to make on it?
About 18 months.
What were the monthly payments?
$134. I have the rental agreement from the company.
$2,412.
What kind of I'm
Miss
sorry,
Nash.
Judge, what kind of PlayStation?
It's a PlayStation 3.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've heard.
That's a $400 machine, Judge.
$400. Cost $2,000 extra dollars.
Yes.
Do you work?
Yes.
What kind of work do you do?
I'm a child care provider.
You work in your home?
Yes.
How many children do you take care of?
3.
Is this the first time that you ever rented something from these people to buy?
Yes.
You'll never do it again?
No.
What month and day did you purchase it?
August 6th.
Was Mr. Scott living with you at the time?
Yes.
Do you have a driver's license, Mr. Scott?
Yes, ma'am.
Take it out of your wallet. What's your date of birth on that driver's license, Mr. Scott?
8/10/79.
August 10th.
August 10th, 1979.
Mr. Scott says that this was purchased for him.
No, it was
That's
not.
pretty coincidental that it was purchased just a couple of days before his birthday.
No, it wasn't. I bought that for the house.
Who else lives in the house?
Me and my son.
How old is your son?
3.
How often did he play with the PlayStation?
Every time I played with him.
Is 3 years old the right age to play with a PlayStation?
It's possible, Judge.
Possible,
It's possible.
but not probable.
Highly improbable, but
How long have the two of you been together in August, Miss Nash?
Like 4 months.
How long had he been living with you?
2 months.
It's not true, Your Honor. I've been living with her since like day one.
No, he hasn't.
You know, that thing is really shining right in my eyes. How long had you been living together, according to you, Mr.
Well,
Scott?
I met her a day after her son's birthday. I say like a week later, I moved in.
No, that's not true.
What did you get him on his birthday, Miss Nash?
I got him a fishing pole, an outfit, and some tennis shoes.
Did she get you a fishing pole on your birthday?
Yes, ma'am.
She get you tennis shoes?
Yes, ma'am.
And a what?
An outfit.
Sounds like enough of a birthday present for you, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, where's her PlayStation? Look at me. Listen to me. Very carefully, Mr. Scott. You look like a nice enough man. She has 13 more payments to make on this PlayStation. She works. She's got a child. She takes care of other children. She's trying to make it. Where's her PlayStation?
I do not have the PlayStation.
That's not what I asked you. I asked you where it was.
I don't know where it's at. When I left the home, the cops had escorted me out. So everything that she threw out is what I can just only take, and that was only everything that she bleached. She bleached all my clothes, so I just can only take the things that were right there, and I left.
So you have no idea where it is?
No, I do not. As she was throwing my belongings out, it was the only thing I can get.
Go.
That's a lie because he called the police on me for throwing his stuff out. That's my apartment. I pay the bills. I do everything. I threw him out because he cheated on me, and I told him to get his stuff. When I came from throwing out one batch of his stuff, I
When you
noticed.
threw it out, did you put bleach on his clothes?
Yes,
Why did you do that?
because I was mad and upset.
You can't do that.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
What?
When she threw all my things out, those were the only things that I had brought to the house. Everything that she had bought me for my birthday, I could not even get it.
Is that correct?
I threw all his stuff out, yes.
Where's the fishing pole?
I threw the stuff out. I don't know what he did with it. I just threw all his stuff out. I wanted all his stuff out of my apartment.
All right, well, you don't have proof that he took your PlayStation. So you're going to have to finish paying for it, I guess. And I suggest you be smarter next time. You don't need a PlayStation in your house for a 3-year-old. Do you understand?
Yes.
And you really don't have any right. You may be angry at him. You may have done the wrong thing. But you have no right to destroy his property. Got it?
Yes.
Case dismissed. That's all.
parties are excused. You may count in the matter of Fragano versus Peterson.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Judge. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated, ma'am. Please have a seat.
Mr. Fragano, you and Miss Peterson were in a relationship and decided to do a little commingling of your assets.
Yes.
Very dumb.
Yes, Your Honor.
Is this the first time you've ever done that with a girlfriend?
Yes, we were engaged to be married.
Did you get the ring back?
No, she kept it.
Where's the ring?
She took it.
Where's the
I
ring?
have it with me, Your Honor.
Good. Can I have it, please? Very lovely. You don't want this engagement ring, do you? Perfect.
No, I don't.
And Mr. Fragano, you do want it back, I assume.
Yes.
Yeah, she doesn't want it. And you want it back. And you should have it back. Because we're going to resolve everything so the two of you can go your own separate ways.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Okay? Perfect. See how fair I am? See how fair I
I
am?
appreciate it very much.
That's it. Don't get used to it. Yeah. Mr. Fragano,
Thank you, sir.
I'm a very orderly person. We're going to deal with one thing at a time.
Okay.
The first thing that you want is some money because you claim that Miss Peterson sold some items of yours, I don't know, baseball cards, videos, whatever they were.
Video game collection.
On eBay.
Yes.
A system that I wholly do not understand. Nor do I want to understand it at my stage in life. Miss Peterson acknowledges that she sold these things for you on eBay because she knew how to do it. And she acknowledges she has some money that she's holding that belongs to you. Right?
Right.
How much money are you holding from the sale of the items on eBay?
It's like $630.
Okay, so far you have $630 on your team and the engagement ring. Then you say that there is a computer,
Yes, an Alienware laptop.
which Miss Peterson says she does not have, correct?
Correct.
And you've never had it in your possession.
No, I have not.
So you purchased a computer online.
Yes.
And tell me what happened, sir, why you think she's responsible for this computer.
I sold my video game collection for purchasing the laptop. Also for extra money for her birthday on November 2nd. I purchased a laptop from the seller on eBay. I transferred $645 from my account into hers to pay for the item, and I have not received the item because of her. She waited out on the 23rd, I do believe, of October for the laptop. I went there with my father. I had my evidence, which I had already showed to the postmaster. He said there's nothing he can do. It has to go to the address. So I went to the mail lady. They looked at my evidence. They said just bring it right back to the post office. Do not even let her know that it's in the mail truck. She yelled at my father, don't touch my mail. She saw the laptop in the truck, tried to get it. Her girlfriend was there as well with the kids. I called the cops. I have a police report on that as well. The laptop went back. She tried to claim it. She does not have valid ID for Jennifer Fragano.
But it went back.
It went back to the seller, yes, and I did contact him, and he told me over the phone that I was a sick SOB.
Then you have to sue him because he's got the laptop back and
well,
your money.
He told me that he was sending it back to her.
But she doesn't have it, and I believe her. And you've never had it in your possession.
I have not.
Nor has anyone in your family.
No.
Okay, so he hasn't sent it back, and the seller has $645 of your money.
Yes.
Well, that's intolerable. So you have to sue him?
Can't contact him. I got
What do
him
you
once. I sent him multiple emails. He never responded once. And I have proof of them corresponding. He made his sale private, and she made it private as well. So they're corresponding together, working together, and I know that I don't know for a fact that she has a laptop, but I do have tracking confirms up until the point where he received it.
But then you saw that she didn't get it.
Well, no, if he remailed it, it wouldn't be tracking confirmed no more. It would be under a
I
different
guarantee he didn't remail it. You know how to reach him?
Yes.
Okay, because you have a counterclaim, so this is what we're going to do. All this is very unfortunate. Probably the seller who sold the computer, and when was that? In what month?
The sale of the laptop was on... Hold on. Wow, I had everything so organized. Now I'm on
October?
Oh, so it's recent.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so I'm going to entertain your counterclaim. Everything that you may get a judgment for in your counterclaim is going to be stayed until you contact the owner of the computer and have the owner of the computer send the computer to you. What?
He said he'll ship it as long as somebody pays for the shipping again.
Okay.
So
I had already agreed
he
to
wants
do
to
that.
contact him.
So he's going to pay for the shipping again.
Okay.
But you're going to get the computer. You're going to get nothing on your counterclaim until he has the computer in his possession. Do
Okay.
you understand?
Yes.
Is that reasonable?
Yes.
Perfect. Is that satisfactory, sir?
Yes.
Good. Now, Ms. Peterson, we're going to your counterclaim. So now you have money and you have your computer. Other than doing what I've told her to do, she can't get the computer from this guy if he's not going to send it.
Mm-hmm.
But she's going to try very hard because she's going to tell me what she wants from you, some of which I think she's entitled to, and she's not going to get it until you have your computer. So she's going to work real hard to see to it that you get your computer. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, your counterclaim, Ms. Peterson, says that the two of you did a ridiculous thing. You purchased this car. You used a car of yours as a trade-in.
Yes.
Down payment for a car that the two of you were using together.
Yes.
Your Honor, I have a Sebring convertible, which is mine. I have purchased her 3 cars, a Jeep Wrangler.
We're not talking about any
Pontiac
3 cars.
Grand Am.
We're talking about the car that was used.
Right, I purchased that. I have evidence that I purchased it.
No question. You purchased it. You're telling me that you used a car that was yours.
Yes.
For a down payment on that car.
Yes.
Which car did you use as a down payment?
1989 Pontiac Grand Am.
Was that car traded in, sir?
Yes, we both signed off on it.
We?
Was that car in both your names?
No, only in her name.
So it was her car, and that car was used as a down payment on the car that you currently have. Is that right?
Yes.
And that was done in what month and year?
July of 07.
And the two of you separated in when?
October.
And how much did you receive as a credit for her car?
$500.
Is that right?
Yes.
And then when you separated, you took the car?
She took it at first to her parents' house, and then took it to work, and I made a police report, and then went and retrieved the car.
What year car is your Sebring?
The Monte Carlo is the one that I had bought for her. It's a 2001 Monte Carlo.
When you say you bought the 2001 Monte Carlo for her, was it a gift?
No.
What was it?
Well, she drove my Sebring into a flooded area, and her car was acting up, and I didn't want to put any more repairs into it. So I said, let's get a new car, and I will put you on there as well so that you can pay the insurance, and it would be registered to you. She never once made an insurance payment. Her insurance lapsed. I had to put it in my name, the insurance, and I paid everything.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Who did you return the car seats to?
I dropped them off by all of my belongings that were covered in used kitty litter.
You didn't return it.
I did.
No, you didn't.
I dropped it there.
Sorry.
I left it there for her.
Don't buy it.
And later today,
He's a perfect angel in her eyes.
He doesn't look like an angel.
He's my angel.
Maybe your angel, but he doesn't look like an angel.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Vincent Fergano says ex-fiancée Jennifer Peterson owes for the return of money and a laptop computer. Jennifer is countersuing for a car Vincent repossessed and for the value of the property inside.
Okay. In any event, Ms. Peterson, you want minimally $500 back.
Yes.
That was the trade-in value of your car.
Yes.
That sounds reasonable to me, Mr. Fergano.
Yeah, but I paid for everything.
I understand that.
You know.
You don't get
They get away with it, and
listen.
it bothers me.
Hey, listen, Mr. Fergano, sometimes that stuff happens.
I understand that.
Usually happens where the girl is standing on that side and the guy is standing on this side. Every once in a while it happens the other way around. But she gets back the $500 as soon as you get the what?
The laptop.
The laptop, correct. Now, there's another part of your lawsuit, and that is when he came and took the car back from you.
Yes.
You had personal property in the car.
Yes.
I want you to tell me what personal property you had in the car.
It was some belongings of my children. It's a Barbie Magnadoodle. It's one of those little drawing boards for kids to play with.
Who cares? Go ahead. What else?
I have receipts for that. I have receipts for car seats that belong to my children.
Okay. You have 2 children?
Yes, I have 2.
Were there car seats in the car?
Yes, I returned everything on Sunday. Sunday
Which
evening
Sunday?
after they called the cops on me and her mother told the police outrageous accusations about
Just
me.
a second. Who did you return the car seats to?
I brought them to South Locust Avenue and I dropped them off by all of my belongings that were covered in used kitty litter and
Shh. Did you bring them into the house?
I couldn't. I wasn't allowed on the property.
So what did you do? You just threw them on the property?
I placed them by the tree and I told Alba that they were there, the previous landlord.
All you had to do was bring them to the police station. Mr.
I was
Fergano.
escorted off the property
Mr.
by the
Fergano,
police.
don't play with me, sir. You don't throw it by a tree along with your property that was covered in kitty litter and then say I returned it. You didn't return it.
I did.
You know, you didn't.
I dropped it there. I
Sorry.
left it there for her.
Sorry. Don't buy it.
And it was only 2 car seats, 1 medical bill from Stony Brook, and a couple of toys that they used my Target card to purchase as well.
I don't care whether they used your Target card to purchase it at all. The most important thing were the car seats, and you have to replace those because you didn't return them. If you took them to the police precinct and said, listen, I'm dropping them off at the police precinct, you can go and pick them up there, that's one thing. What you did was vicious. You don't get credit for that. So you're going to pay $100 for each of the car seats.
They were only $30 each.
Really? How do you know that?
Because I purchased the one, and the other one was the exact same one as the one I purchased. And it was
You
$30
have
from
bills
Target.
for the car seats?
Not with me, Your Honor. I can't find them. They were
in my Target.
within a year and a
on my
half.
Target card.
I've had the car seats.
How old are your children?
3 and 4.
And I've been dad for the past 2 years.
Okay.
The last day of them screaming, I want my daddy.
You get $50 each for the car seats. Go out and buy new car seats for your children if they still need them. So
Her
far,
girlfriend already
so
purchased
far, I'm
new ones.
speaking.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Because that'll cover the toys that were in there as well. So that means that he owes you $600, which I'm holding until he gets his laptop. Do you understand?
Yes.
Now you have your ring back. You have your money back. You're going to get your PC back. You have your down payment back, and you have the value of the property that was in the car when he took it back. Correct?
Yes.
Okay, now you don't like each other anymore? You don't have children together? There is absolutely no reason for you to be involved with each other? Right?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Go by,
I
have a happy
appreciate it.
life, go separately, and stay separate.
You don't want to hear none of the drama?
No, I don't want to hear any drama. I don't like drama. I make my own drama.
I understand, Your Honor.
Parties are excuse me, step out.
I took care of her kids for 2 years.
I have 2 small children. Yes, he's not the father of them, and he took on that role.
He's bad news.
Her mom making allegations
He assaulted me back in December.
that I was sexually abusing the kids, physically abusing the kids, abusing her physically.
He assaulted my granddaughter.
Spanking, is child abuse, and he spanked my youngest. She's 3.
It's outrageous.
She had a handprint on her butt for 3 weeks.
I don't like him.
Her ex was living at her parents' house for the past year.
He has no relationship with Jenny. He has a girlfriend.
She went there for a whole week. I didn't know he was there.
They have not been together since the youngest child.
2 different lives.
Stay away from creeps like that.
Don't let a man control you.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Mentier versus Mentier, step forward, please.
22-year-old Catherine Mentier is suing her mother-in-law, Melissa Mentier, for unpaid loans to buy a dress and to pay for a plane ticket to New York.
Miss Mentier, this is your mother-in-law.
Yes, that is correct.
And according to your complaint, you made a series of loans to her?
Yes.
She hasn't paid you back.
That is correct.
Your mother-in-law, she says, well, you're her daughter-in-law, so you're supposed to help her out. And then she said that you had her son arrested for domestic violence, so she's not paying you back any money.
Oh, okay.
She's wrong.
Right.
When did you have her son arrested?
I didn't have her son arrested.
Was he arrested?
He was arrested. I did not have him arrested.
Was there a domestic violence incident?
No. No domestic violence actually occurred, though that was the allegation.
Well, tell me why you think she would blame you for having him arrested.
Because anytime anything happens with her son, it's my fault.
Where's her
son?
son?
Her son is right here. This
That
is
would
my
be
husband.
you?
Yes. He's a perfect angel in her eyes, so he couldn't do anything wrong.
He doesn't look like an angel.
He's my angel.
Maybe your angel, but he doesn't look like an angel. How many times have you been arrested?
That would be...
Stand up when you talk to me.
That would be my first time being arrested.
For what?
I was arrested for the domestic violence, but...
Domestic violence on whom?
My wife, I guess.
Well, what happened, sir?
We got into an argument, and I don't know, some issues just came up, and I got a claim filed against me, and I ended up getting pulled over at McDonald's or something like that, and they pulled up a warrant that I actually had outstanding.
A warrant for what?
The domestic violence charge that I was given from Pataskala.
And you were quickly let go?
Yeah, I stayed one night in county and was released.
Are you living together now?
Yes.
Who do you work for?
I worked for her father as a chimney sweep. My previous job before that was at Circle K, but I actually quit that so I could stay home and take care of the children.
Whose children?
Her children, but yeah.
How many children do you have?
2.
How old are they?
1.5 and 6.
6-year-old is your child?
No, neither of them are mine.
I didn't ask you anything. Let's start with this premise, Mrs. Mintier. Parents don't borrow from children. Children take, parents give. Who do you work for?
I don't. I'm on disability.
What's the nature of your disability?
Mental.
How long have you been receiving disability?
About 10 years.
How many children do you have?
2.
How old are they?
18 and 5.
Well, your mental disability didn't impair you from having another child. Do you take medication for your disability?
Yes, I do.
Were you taking medication when your 5-year-old was born?
Yes, I was.
Is your 5-year-old normal?
Yes, he is.
Where is his father?
At work right now, I would assume. He's in the picture.
Does he live with you?
No.
Does he pay support?
Yes, he does.
How much money did you take from your daughter-in-law?
Well, I don't really feel that I owe her anything.
I didn't ask you what you feel. I'm not interested in what you feel. People who work for disability care about what you feel, Miss Mintier. I do not. I asked you how much money you took from your daughter-in-law.
I didn't take anything. She gave it to me.
One gives and one takes. Do you understand?
She assisted me with my rent.
I didn't ask you that.
$500 for my rent.
Good. That's one of the things that you took from her. $500 for your rent. What else did you take from her?
She purchased me a dress for the wedding.
How much was that?
It was actually a number of things that we bought at the bridal store that we did settle on the amount of $200 that she would pay me back.
When did you settle on the amount at the bridal store?
When we'd made the purchase.
Is that what she spent on her dress?
It was actually over that. As I'm sure she'll tell you, my dog ate a pair of her shoes one time. So the bill was actually more than $200, but to compensate for that, we settled on the amount of $200.
What else did you give her?
The airfare. She wanted to travel to see a friend, so I...
What kind of friend?
One of her friends, I guess, from New York.
Male or female?
Oh, a male.
Why did you go to New York to visit a friend?
To get away.
Where was your 5-year-old?
He was at home.
With whom?
With my son. Was watching him.
Son works.
At the time, he was not. That's one of the times he was living with me, back and forth between her house and mine.
How much was the airfare?
$263, I think.
So what you're telling me is your daughter-in-law, from whom your son was estranged, they weren't even living together, gave you money so that you could go and visit a boyfriend in New York? Is that what you're telling me? Just a second. I want to understand this. You said your son was estranged from his wife because he was living with you, so he was there to take care of your 5-year-old. And your daughter-in-law, from whom your son was estranged, I assume for good reason, according to you, gave you as a gift money so that you could go and have a good time in New York.
It was their fault I was stressed.
No, madam. It's your fault that you're stressed.
She took my son from me. I don't think I owe her anything.
Ugh. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe she does have a mental disability. I'm not sure. Let me explain something to you, sir. How old are you?
18.
And how old are you?
22.
Your mother has a personality disorder. I don't know about a mental disability that prevents her from working. She can certainly travel to see a boyfriend. She can certainly make a baby and take care of a baby. So as far as mental disability is concerned, I think the only people who have a disability are the people who decided that she deserves disability. That's not what I'm here to make a decision about. You have to make a judgment. You got married?
Yes.
You plan on staying married?
Yes.
Good. First of all, this is a court. It's not a basketball court. So when you come to court, you look like an adult. You don't dress like a baby. Do you understand?
Yes.
You're dressing like a baby to come to court.
I apologize.
Yeah. Do you have anything else to wear in your wardrobe?
Yes, I do.
Well, then you should have worn it. You owe your daughter-in-law $963. Pay it!
Right group. Your Honor, this is case number 391 on the count in the matter of Flores Harrison versus Harrison. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated. Ma'am, have a seat.
Who is Miss Flores?
That's me, Your Honor.
Miss Flores, this is your daughter
Yes, ma'am.
and her husband.
Yes, ma'am.
And this is your sister.
Correct.
You all claim that Miss Harrison made false charges to the Child Protective Services. Child Protective Services came into your home and removed your infant daughter for a period of 3 months.
Yes, ma'am.
It is your claim that because of these false charges, you were forced to hire a lawyer because you tried to get custody of the child from the state.
Yes, ma'am.
It's an interesting legal theory, one that I've never heard before. Miss Harrison says her niece, the baby, was in fact born drug addicted with drugs in her system. And Child Protective Services became involved in your case well before any recent phone call, which she says she did not make, but she knows who did. So I guess my first question is to you. Was your daughter born with drugs in her system?
No, ma'am.
Did she test positive for drugs in her system?
No, ma'am.
Was Child Protective Services at the hospital at all when your daughter was born?
Yes, ma'am.
And were they at the hospital to see you?
Yes, ma'am.
And did they have a file on you?
Yes, ma'am.
So that your first foray to Child Protective Services had nothing to do with either the defendant or anybody else who might have called?
No, ma'am.
Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
When you brought your daughter home, you were allowed to take her home from the hospital?
Yes, ma'am.
How much did she weigh when she was born?
6'8".
And how long was she in the hospital before you took her home?
We were there 2 days.
And after 2 days, you did take her home directly?
Yes, ma'am. Well, I stayed at my mom's for a little bit because I was nervous on what to do with the newborn baby.
Just a minute. Was the baby released to you or your mother? Was the baby released to you or your mother?
My mother.
I worked, lived, ate, and slept in the family court for 25 years. You think that I'm asking these questions because I don't know?
No, ma'am.
So your daughter was not released to you, but was released to your mother from the hospital.
Yes, ma'am.
And why do you think that was? I had children.
Because
I was a young mother and certainly inexperienced, but they didn't say you have to take the baby home to your mother's house. They said, goodbye, good luck, keep your fingers crossed, you know, hopefully these kids will survive. So why do you think the baby was released to your mother?
Because they claim that she tested positive for cocaine and marijuana, which she did not, Your Honor.
You mean the claim was that she tested, but you said that the tests were wrong?
Yes, ma'am.
Just a second. You have the papers that show me the tests were wrong?
We have my drug test. We finally got the copy of it.
Let me see it. And let me see the drug test that caused the child to be sent home with you.
That would be it.
Well, it says presumptive positive.
For opiates which were given to her in the hospital during the birth.
It says presumptive positive.
Your Honor, I had Demerol and epidural. That drug test was taken after I had my daughter.
Now, you tell me when the second alleged contact with Child Protective Services was from your sister-in-law. You believe it's from your sister-in-law. You have no proof that it's from your sister-in-law.
There was an argument between these two one day on March 31st. All of us were together. We were at a friend of mine's house. David was to meet us there. He was at work, and he showed up, and he was on the phone with his sister, and they were having a huge argument.
What were you having an argument about, David?
She had called and said that she was pregnant with twins.
Put your hand down. Your sister said she was pregnant with twins. Go ahead, and?
So after we talked about that and what was going to happen, I called my Aunt Melissa to let her know because, you know, my Aunt Melissa knows everything in the family, what's going
So
on.
your
She's
sister,
basically
your sister is confiding in you, and you called your Aunt Melissa.
Yes.
Go ahead.
So after we hung up with my sister, my Aunt Melissa called Diane and talked about it.
Our aunt.
All right.
who didn't know about your plan.
And the reason why I told him that was because I told him prior to that, 6 months before that I don't want to talk to him anymore. And he called me bragging about, oh, well, I'm going to get a car and blah, 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 blah. And I was at my place of employment. And I told him, I said, I don't trust you. I don't want to talk to you. I told you, don't call me anymore. And then I said, you want to know why I don't trust you? And he said, why? And I said, because I'm pregnant with twins. And just to see what he would do, he went and he told all of my family members everything, and then we got into a fight. He
Are you
called me
pregnant
back.
with twins?
No.
That was a good one.
I see. See?
That was a good one. So that made you look pretty.
Sorry.
That made you look pretty foolish.
I sure did.
Well, serves you right.
And that's why we fought.
Serves you right. You were a gossip. So she got you good. Anyway, go ahead. So then they got into a
She
big fight.
continued
Go ahead.
to call for at least 8 hours that day. She was yelling and screaming. Everybody in
Fine.
the room could
She was
hear
yelling
it.
and screaming.
That
Good.
she was going to call CPS and have the baby taken away. She said this, I don't know how many times the phone calls went on until 9:15 that night.
Okay. When did the Child Protective Services come to your house?
The next morning. They told us the phone call was placed at 9:30 p.m. that night.
Okay. And?
They said that there was a report that they had been out partying, doing cocaine and heroin, and had left the baby alone for over a period of 3 hours, that there were dog feces on the floor, that the house had cockroaches, and was a total mess. I have proof that none of that is true.
Whose house did they come to?
To their apartment.
Well, I assume they looked around your apartment.
Yes, ma'am.
And if they looked around your apartment, they saw that it was in good order.
Yes, ma'am.
So then they wouldn't have taken the baby.
Yes, ma'am.
They had to investigate.
Well, they can investigate, but they don't necessarily take the child unless
Yes.
there's a prior history.
We had to immediately go to emergency hearing and take drug tests, which proved that we weren't doped up the night before.
So then my question is, why was the child out of your custody for 3 months?
Because they said that I tested positive for marijuana, which I didn't when they gave me a drug test at the hospital.
They said that you tested positive for marijuana when?
At the birth
At the birth of the child.
Did you do a hair follicle test? Or
Yes,
did
yes
you?
ma'am. We have all those results.
Can I see them, please? What's all about recovery?
That was where I had to take my drug test after the child was removed. The part where it mentions that my hair test and everything came out, because we can't actually have records of those because the court ordered it, is in these court transcripts that we brought along
Can I
as well.
see it, please? What?
I just wanted to say they know how to pass drug tests because my brother was on probation for 6 months and he used a cleaner and he was able to pass his whole 6 months through probation. So he knows how to clean out his system.
Well, you may clean out your system, but you can't
You don't
clean out
clean
your
out a
hair.
hair follicle test.
Good try.
And can I say one more thing?
I don't see where this says that a hair follicle test came up negative.
That's them saying that all
That's
my
the
tests were
court transcript.
negative.
It says that they came up negative.
Right.
Listen to me. We don't believe the child was in any kind of jeopardy when she showed up. We don't believe the mother was under the influence, and we did a drug test to prove that. That doesn't say it was a hair follicle
They do
test.
both at the same time.
Listen to me. That's not what this says.
Okay.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
That's terrible. Absolutely terrible. I'm telling you, what she did was disgusting.
And later today,
I was actually under heavy drug use at
So whose fault is that? Mine?
No,
Whose fault is that?
it's mine.
Good.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Deborah Flores, her daughter Christina Harrison, and husband David claim David's sister, Diane Harrison, told CPS that Christina and David's baby was born drug addicted.
Now, did you call Child Protective Services?
No.
Who did?
One of my friends.
Why?
One of actually me and Christina's mutual friends.
Did the person call from your home?
No, from my cell phone.
From your cell phone?
Because David was talking to a bunch of people when we got into an argument saying I'm gonna, certain things about fighting.
Stop clicking your nails.
Sorry. He was saying certain things to certain people that were very upset, and he was making threats to me and to my friends, and that's why that happened.
He was making threats to you and your friends about what?
Because we had gotten into an argument.
Well, what kind of threats was he making?
That he was gonna kick my butt and he was gonna do something to me and stuff like that.
You're absolutely right. She called because she was vindictive.
Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely.
Absolutely right. You did the wrong thing, you were a gossip, whatever. But her phone call to CPS, and what she did was she either did it herself or she furnished the phone for this friend to do it for her.
It's like buying a hit assassin.
For her, was done vindictively. Because if it wasn't done vindictively, the timing was miraculously convenient for a time when the two of you had a fight. And that's pretty awful to have done. Awful.
But I didn't do it.
Listen,
I know that's your opinion.
You may explain to me that your girlfriend did it from your phone in your presence because you gave her the phone. What I'm saying to you is you were responsible for the call being placed to Child Protective Services, and you were responsible for doing it over nothing that had to do with the welfare of the child, only what had to do with the fact that you were angry with your brother. And that's terrible. Absolutely terrible. And you caused everybody a great deal of grief, and you're a big baby. Who are you?
I'm her mom. Mother.
You're her mother? I'm telling you, what she did was disgusting. Now, if she had been concerned about the baby, and if she had made this phone call a month before, 2 months before, when there was nothing that was transpiring between her and her brother, I would say, listen, you have the right to do that if you have a concern. Put your hand down. But she called because she had a fight with them, and because her brother threatened to kick her, and because she said, and put your hand down, and because she said, oh yeah, I'm going to get even with you. What?
Well, I would just like to say that...
Stand up if you'd like to say something.
Even if their mutual friend made the phone call, the mutual friend was also angry with Christina. And evidently they had been drinking, whatever, talking, blah, blah, blah. And the girl who was angry with Christina...
Who was drinking?
My daughter...
I want you to be quiet. Who was drinking?
When my son and my daughter got into an argument, they had gotten onto this argument over the cell phone. Like, they've argued since, like...
I asked you a question. Who had been drinking?
Evidently, it was my daughter and a group of her friends.
That's right.
And the friend who has evidently some type of anger towards Christina used my daughter's cell phone to call.
That's baloney. Were you there?
No, I wasn't there,
Sit
but
down.
that's what I was told.
Sit down. By who? By her?
Yeah.
Sit down. Your daughter inspired this call because she had a fight with her brother. And the fact that they were drinking was even worse. You see, your daughter was going to say he was drinking, but that's not what you said. You said, put your hand down. You said my daughter was drinking with a group of her friends. Put your hand down. That's what you just said. You're absolutely right.
But
She's a
he was on bars.
vicious, vindictive, and what she did was cause a great deal of distress to you and your family for no reason whatsoever. And the only reason she did it is because she was angry and maybe a little loaded. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $5,000. That's all. Step out.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
After Diane called CPS and the baby got taken away, his mom calls and says, you need a DNA test. That's not your baby.
Christina, she's selfish, and she just wants to take my brother away from me.
It was a spiteful phone call.
You can't just, because of spite, put a burden on somebody like that.
Instead of calling, oh my God, your baby got taken away, I'm so sorry, it's get DNA test.
She wouldn't let him hang out and see us and party.
When you have kids, you have to grow up.
I want to move up in life, not stay around partying.
Time heals all wounds, maybe we'll be able to rekindle something.
It's over, I'm past, I've moved on, let it go.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Robertson versus Young. Step forward.
23-year-old Stephanie Robertson is suing ex-boyfriend, 23-year-old Derek Young, for a $500 loan. Derek claims that Stephanie is a cocaine dealer.
Miss Robertson, for some reason that, quite frankly, after seeing the two of you, I don't understand, this used to be your boyfriend.
Right.
And according to your complaint, you loaned him $500 to fix his car. He was supposed to pay you back, and he didn't. Then he took off for a while. And Mr. Young acknowledges that there was some $500 amount of money, but he says it was drug money.
That's not true.
He said you were selling drugs, and you were giving the drugs to him to sell because he was a drug addict. You were not addicted to drugs. That's your story. She was not a user. She was a seller. She was giving you the drugs to sell because you had that circle of friends because you were an addict.
Right.
And you were using the drugs yourself.
Correct.
And she should have known that you were using the drugs yourself because you're an addict.
Was an addict.
And you don't owe her any money.
I don't believe I owe her anything.
The money I lent to him was a birthday present from my dad.
That's your father?
Yeah.
You gave her money for her birthday?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
What?
That was actually not birthday money. It was her college fund money.
Oh, so you know about the $500?
Well, no, she bought the drugs with the college fund money, and then she was trying to get me to sell the drugs for her.
Okay. So her dad gave her $500 from her college fund, and she bought drugs with that money.
The money was from the state.
The money was from?
The state.
State from where?
Of Michigan.
For what?
Michigan assessment test. They give you $500 for college if you pass it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
or if
great.
you get high scores.
Did you get that money from the state of Michigan? It's easy enough to find out.
The money was from my dad.
Did you get $500 from the state of Michigan for taking a
I
test?
got a scholarship from the state of Michigan.
For how much?
It was like $1,500.
Did you get it in cash?
No, it was a scholarship.
Okay, fine. So tell me about this $500.
He wanted to borrow $500 from me to fix his car. His transmission went out or something.
Well, tell me how it happened. Tell me what he said to you, what you said to him.
He told me his transmission was out or something. He needed to fix his car. At the time, we were still getting along. We wanted to go on like a road trip. Do
you want to be someplace else other than here?
No.
Well, then, do you think that you could tell me this story in a cogent manner so that I can understand it and we can move on to some more pressing business? My father gave me birthday money. On what date?
I don't remember the exact date. It was probably...
Well, when's your birthday? Do you know that?
May 20th.
And when did you give the money to him?
I think it was in July. He signed a promissory note, July 20th, 2006.
You have a note?
Yeah.
Let me see. Yes, it would be the answer, Miss Robertson.
Yes, sorry.
Did you use that scholarship money to go to college?
Yes. Yeah.
Are you still there?
Yes.
Stay in school. Now, Mr. Young, I have a note here, signed by you, that says, I, Derek Young, declare, D-E-C-L-A-I-R, that I owe Stephanie $500 with the dollar sign in the wrong place.
At that time...
Huh? What?
I was actually under heavy drug use at that
So whose
point.
fault is that? Mine?
No.
Whose fault is that?
It's mine.
Good.
And I'm clean.
Pay her the money.
But there was never any money to begin with. It was all cocaine.
It's possible. How do I know that? It says that you owe her the money.
No. I was under heavy drug use. I don't...
Come on. Come on. Stop it. I'm going to say it one more time. Then you're all leaving. Do you understand?
I believe that I was in the right state of mind. Like, I didn't really know what I was doing.
Happens to me a lot, sir, that I sometimes feel as if I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, I mean...
Like right now. Like this moment. I say to myself, you spent 2 decades preparing yourself educationally to be a judge. Another 30, perhaps, life skills and everything else. And here I am adjudicating this nonsense with somebody who's telling me I don't know what I was doing when I signed that note because I was probably on drugs.
No, I was definitely on drugs.
How do you know?
Because...
On what date did you sign the note?
I don't know.
See, so how do you know that you were on drugs on the day you signed the note?
I was a heroin addict.
What?
I was a heroin addict and a coke user.
So maybe at that time when you were a heroin addict and a coke user, you said to her, I need $500 to fix my car. If you don't know what you were doing.
I didn't have a car.
You didn't have a car?
No.
You never had a car?
I sold my car before any of this happened.
Well, on what date did you sell your car?
Oh, I don't know.
Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $500. Do me a favor. Get them out of here as quickly as possible.
You're welcome, Judge. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated. Folks, have a seat, please.
Miss Whitaker, the defendant was your best friend, and it is your claim that she stole $800 out of a duffel bag. In that duffel bag was also some sort of hair straightening device. So you're suing her for the value of that. First of all, why was there cash in a duffel bag?
Because we were out all day long, so I left the cash in the duffel bag so that I didn't lose it, because $800 is a lot to have carrying around.
What was $800 doing in your duffel bag?
I had used it to get my car fixed. My boyfriend had lent it to me so I could fix my car.
When did your boyfriend give you $800 to fix your car?
He's over in Iraq right now, so he had sent me his ATM card with his PIN number, so he had let me withdraw the money from the ATM.
Why didn't you leave the money home?
Because I hadn't been home in the time that I had withdrew the money.
Oh, you said, I withdrew the money on approximately 5 separate occasions.
Yes, ma'am.
So what I'm asking you is, why didn't you leave the money home? The answer is not that you weren't home. You were home in between those 5 different days that you deposited the money.
No, ma'am, I was not. I was with Danielle the entire time. I had not been home once.
Over how many days did you withdraw the money?
2, the 13th and the 14th of March.
So you were keeping it in the duffel bag to fix your car?
Yes, ma'am. The duffel bag was at Danielle's house the entire time.
Why are you looking so ridiculously funny?
I'm not. I just think it's funny because none of it's true. I just know that none of it's true, so I'm just listening to what she's saying.
Who else lives in Danielle's house?
At the time, only her sister's boyfriend.
What's your sister's boyfriend's name?
Zach.
Why was he staying with you?
It's my sister and her boyfriend's house. She moved in when they started dating. Now they're engaged, so.
You were staying with them?
Yes, I was living with my sister in Spring Hill.
They weren't living with her. She moved in with her sister and her sister's boyfriend.
Yes.
On what date did you find the duffel bag missing?
The 15th, we'd had a fight. My duffel bag was still at her house. She had spent the night at my house the previous night. We had a fight, so I made her leave, and like 20 minutes after I realized, so I called her and she told me that I wasn't getting it back.
Okay, you made her leave. What did you say to her?
We just got into a fight. We were screaming at each other and she just left, and I told her just get out.
What did you say when you called her 20 minutes later?
I just told her that because I had clothes and my hair straightened and everything, I just told her that I needed it all back, and she told me
No, just a second. Did you say anything about cash?
No, ma'am.
You just said my duffel bag is there and I have stuff in it?
Yes.
What did you say? Tell me what
just
you
that
said.
my duffel bag was still there and I needed it back.
And what did she say?
She told me that I wasn't going to get it back.
Why did you say that to her?
I did not say that to her
Yes,
at
you
all.
did. There's no
I
question
didn't.
in my mind you said that to
No,
her.
ma'am,
Can I
there's
say
no question
something?
in my
Not
mind
yet.
that I didn't say it. There was no phone calls. There was about 6 text messages first on the phone, and then it was followed by her calling me and threatening me.
Okay, well,
so
what did the
there,
text?
I didn't call her at all.
I didn't say you called her.
Okay.
I didn't say you called her.
No, I know.
You're not paying attention.
I just said
You're
she
not
called
paying
me.
it-
I was just letting you know she was the one that called me.
That's what she said.
Okay. I was just confirming the fact that she was right, that she did call me. Oh, my God.
Something wrong with your affect. Pay attention.
No.
Put on your listening ears. What did you say when she called you and told you about the duffel bag?
She didn't say anything about the duffel bag.
What did she call you for?
She told me when we were previously at her house, she mentioned something.
No. When you had a fight and
Okay.
you left.
Yeah.
Listen to me very
Uh-huh.
carefully. When you had a fight and you left, she called you. That you just told me happened. What did she say when she called you?
She said that she to come back to the house that she was going to stab me. It had nothing to do about the duffel bag.
She said, "Come back to the house because I'm going to stab you."
Yeah, and I called. And then after her phone call, I called up her mother and let her know that she called me and said that. This is my best friend since I was about 5 years old. I went to his house. I was crying, upset. It's about 25 minutes back to my sister's house. I didn't want to drive back there upset because I knew, you just don't want to drive when you're upset. So I stopped at his house, and that was about the time she did like 6 text messages. And about 5 minutes after I got to his house, he was actually sitting there when she made that phone call. And then I called her mother, and I actually called the police. And I told them that I didn't have time to do a full report because I had to get back up to my sister's house to have her car back so she could get to work. But I told them that I was scared and that I just wanted to call in and at least let them know and give them the names. And they said, okay.
Where's her duffel bag?
Her duffel bag was still at my house. But it takes about 25 minutes there and back. So I didn't want to go all the way back up there and then come back. Told her
I
she
just
could talk.
asked you a question. Where
Yeah.
was the duffel bag?
It was still at my house.
And what happened when you got to your house?
Got to my house. My sister used her car, and I stayed there.
What did you do with the duffel bag?
It stayed there. I didn't touch the duffel bag.
How did your sister get hold of her hair straightener?
Because I lived there. About 2 days later, I moved out, and I left it there by accident. And my sister
Just a
hadn't
second.
brought it back yet.
Okay.
But I don't.
How did your sister get her hair straightener? Because I read your answer.
Because
what?
I lived with her.
Well, what was she doing going into the duffel bag? Was she a thief?
Her and she let me use a straightener before we left to go to
The
her
duffel bag was, the hair straightener was in the duffel
no,
bag.
No, it wasn't. It was in my bathroom plugged in because right before we left to go hang out with a few of our friends, go back towards her house, we did our hair, so it was left in my bathroom plugged in.
Is
and
that
we turned
correct?
it off.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So now where's the duffel bag?
On my rack in my bedroom because I didn't have a closet. I had a rack with my clothes on it, so it was on the bottom rack.
So who stole her money?
There was no money in it.
Oh, yeah, she's going to show me proof that she took money out.
Oh, I bet she did take money out, but there was no cash in the duffel bag.
How do you know that?
One, because...
How do you know that?
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
I'm very reluctant to make a judgment that somebody took property, because to label somebody a thief, as far as I'm concerned, is a very serious thing.
And later today,
One night we hung out and had relations.
When was it?
About January 15th.
I assume that either you were disappointed with January 15th or you found his behavior somewhat bizarre.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Elizabeth Whitaker claims former friend Danielle Kahneman stole $800 from her duffel bag. Danielle says Elizabeth spent the $800 on drugs.
Madam, I asked you a simple question. You're giving me all kinds of mumbo-jumbo. How did you know there was no cash in the duffel bag?
Because my friend Sam called me up and said that Beth was calling her up to ask her for cocaine. I was worried about it, and that's when I called her boyfriend. But she was my best friend. If there was cash in her duffel bag, don't you think she would have said something to me when she asked me to bring back the duffel bag?
Not if you had just had a fight.
Okay, well, 3 weeks after, when she actually came and picked it up, she never said one word to my mom or anything about the cash either. I have not heard one thing about cash.
Well,
ever.
when was the first time did you hear about cash?
When I got served, when I found out about
When
this.
was the first time, Miss Whitaker, that you advised anybody that there was cash in that duffel bag?
I had told my mother, and the night that she had called my mother had questioned her about the money in the bag.
Could you stand up, please? Mrs. Whitaker?
Yes.
You spoke to the defendant?
Yes.
When?
The night they had the fight.
Tell me about the conversation.
She called me, actually, to get a number out of Beth's phone that she wanted.
What
when
did she say to you? Tell me what she said.
That's exactly what she said. Can you get a number out of the phone for me?
Whose number was it?
I don't know. I didn't ask her.
Go ahead.
And I said to her, Danielle, what happened to the money? And she launches into this big thing that she didn't even know Beth had any money, and if Beth never told her there was any money. And I said, Danielle, she's been with you for the last 3 or 4 days. You're the only one she's been with. I didn't take her to the bank, so you must have.
What did she say?
She said, well, the only thing I can think of is that I stopped at the grocery store and Beth wanted to wait in the car, and that's when she must have done it. And I said, Danielle, that doesn't make any kind of sense. And she says, well, you know, Beth hasn't been making any sense lately. She's been acting really crazy, and that's what people on drugs do. And she goes on to tell me that we can get her help and that we can get her into rehab. And I said, Danielle, what happened to the money? And Danielle said to me, well, the drug dealer must have it. And I said, well, you must have taken her to the drug dealer because I know I didn't. And then she said, well, I don't know how she got to the drug dealer. And then she says to me that she contacted Beth's boyfriend, Richard. She said that she and Richard had been friends for a long time and she wasn't going to let this come between her, you know, affect her and Richard's friendship. And she said that she called Richard and set up a 3-way conversation, and Beth didn't know that Richard was on the other line. And she said that she confronted Beth about spending the money on drugs, and she said that she just couldn't believe that Beth had spent $800 of Richard's money on drugs. And I said to her, Danielle, how did you know it was $800? And she said, because Richard told me. And I said, Danielle, Richard's in Iraq. He doesn't have a cell phone. You couldn't have called him. Then she said that her mother was trying to call her and she would call me back, and needless to say, I never heard from her again.
You still have the boyfriend in Iraq?
Yes, ma'am.
You have something you want to say to me?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, like, when she had called, I was there for the conversation, when they had the argument, she came to my house crying, that she was like, I could hear her over the line, she was screaming very loudly at her, like, you know, threatening her. It's like, you need to come back to the house so I can kick you. You know, I'm going to stab you, da-da-da. You know, she came to my house in a wreck. I mean, I couldn't believe, like, what she could probably have said to her to, like, you know,
I
have
can't
her.
believe it either. Now you can sit down. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Did you have that conversation with Mrs. Whitaker?
Some of it, yes.
What didn't you say to her?
I don't know
Promise
what
not
I
an
didn't
answer.
say to her, but I know what I did say to her. She didn't ask me about an actual amount of money. What she asked was, she told me she found some ATM.
So you knew about them, just a second. So you knew about the money, the missing money, listen to me. So you knew about the missing money the same day as it was missing.
I knew that she said she found withdrawal receipts, so I didn't know anything about the duffel bag, cash being in the duffel bag. She just told me she found withdrawal receipts and said that Beth spent some money. I had no idea there would be money at my house. There couldn't have been money at my house, because there was no conversation about that until obviously now.
No,
Her mom
no, there
told
was
me
a
that
conversation about it with her mother the same day that it happened. And usually,
But it had nothing
usually
to-
I am, yes, it had to do with that money.
Not with my house, though. She called me up and said that she found withdrawal receipts and she wanted to know if I knew anything about it. I told her no, that I never brought her to the bank, and that's all that I knew.
And you didn't discuss with her a three-way conversation?
No, I don't have her boyfriend's cell phone number.
All I'm asking you is, you didn't discuss a three-way conversation with her?
No.
No, I don't believe you.
Okay.
How's that?
That's
How's
fine.
that? Don't believe you. Okay. I'm very, very reluctant on circumstantial type evidence when other people have access to property to make a judgment that somebody took property. I'm reluctant to do that because to label somebody a thief, as far as I'm concerned, is a very serious thing. There is no question in my mind that you either took it or know who took the money out of her duffel bag. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $800. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
All right, let's go. Who would have $800 cash in a duffel bag and not come and get it for 3 weeks?
I tried to get everything back, and it was just, she just kept pulling me in circles.
Her boyfriend's away in Iraq. She was spending a lot of time stuck on the computer talking to him.
We did get into an argument about me talking to my boyfriend.
She was just spending more time on the phone with him than she was spending time with me.
I miss him.
I don't know exactly what was going on with the drugs, but if there was something going on, then, I mean, I feel sorry for her.
She's the one with the drug problem.
We were best friends.
I do feel sorry for her, though, honestly, and just, I hope everything works out.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Givens versus Delgado. Step forward, please.
24-year-old Jeffrey Givens is suing his former friend, 21-year-old Sierra Delgado, for a loan to put a down payment on a new apartment.
Mr. Givens, it is your claim that you made a loan to Miss Delgado in the amount of $700. She was a friend of yours. Miss Delgado says that she accepted the $700 from you because she needed some money and it was a gift. How long do you know her?
Your Honor, I have known Miss Delgado since January. I met her at Bartending Academy, and I think that the gift part of that whole story that you just gave me is an utter fabrication.
You have a copy of your check?
Yes, Your Honor. It's a copy of the check and the date when it cleared.
Check is for $1,000, sir. What was the $1,000 for?
Yes, Your Honor. I wanted to pull out $1,000, and she gave me $300 back. So I am suing for $700.
Tell me how it came about, sir, that you knew that she needed $700.
Your Honor, she asked me for money to help pay for her deposit on her new apartment.
When was this?
This was probably January 28th, and I gave the money to her on February 1st.
So you had known her less than a month?
Correct.
Why did you approach him about needing money?
Well, we had met at the Bartending Academy, and we had a friendship going. One night we hung out, and we had relations. After that, I told him I didn't want anything other than a friendship.
Well, when did your relationship with the plaintiff become more than just a friendship?
I would say it was just a one-night stand.
When?
This was in January, the end of January.
Give me the date.
I don't remember the date. We were drinking.
Think about it.
Oh, well, the beginning of January. I'm sorry.
You're testing my patience. Other than bartending school, what else do you do?
I work at 2 restaurants.
And you?
I am a student, Your Honor, and
Where?
I just got out of the Navy, University of San Diego.
Are you a full-time student or a part-time student?
Your Honor, I am a full-time student, biology major.
Who supports you?
I support myself, Your Honor. I was in the Navy, and I have money left over. I have loans, and the military is supporting me a little bit with the GI Bill.
Where were you in service?
I served in Japan, and I served in San Diego.
When were you in Japan?
From 2000 to 2004. And I was in San Diego from 2004 to 2006, October 23rd. That's when I got out.
Do you remember the time that you had an intimate relationship with the defendant?
Yes, Your Honor.
When was it?
It was about January 15th, because that was when Bartending Academy was going on.
And was it after that that she said she only wanted to be friends?
Correct. I did want to be in a relationship with her. She didn't want to, so I cut it off. I had a new relationship going when I gave her the money. So I thought, since I was a personal trainer as well, and I thought, since I can't be your significant other or whatever that may be, I would like to be your friend, personal trainer. I tried to help her. When I sat down with her at the Cheesecake Factory, I gave her a goal list. This was my way of a contract. It's not a contract, but I was trying to help her. I bent over backwards for this young lady.
This is my friend Veronica. She was...
How long has she been your friend?
Since junior high. She's one of the first people that I said, you know, hey, I tell her my problems, and I would have had the money by the end of February, but the girl I was taking the contract over with said she wanted it at the beginning of the month, so I wasn't prepared for that, and I sent Mr. Givens a text message, hey, how do you get $700 in a day? Just, you know, joking. He was a friend, and he jokingly said, stand on the corner of El Cajon Boulevard.
That's a tease.
Yeah.
Madam, you owe him $700.
I don't owe him any money.
Yes, you do!
He gave it to me as a gift.
No, he gave it to you under false pretenses.
Your Honor, I haven't...
I'm speaking. If you had already made a decision, Miss Delgado, that all you wanted was a friendship, if anything, because I assumed that either you were disappointed with January 15th or you found his behavior somewhat bizarre. Either way, I don't care if you go into a homeless shelter. You don't take money from him under false pretenses, and you don't coyly send him a text message, hey, when you know that he wants more from you than you were willing to give him. How do you get $700 in a day? That you may say to your mother or your father. That you may say to your brother or your sister. That you don't say to a guy who is clearly wearing his heart on his sleeve, because that is unkind and cruel and fraudulent. You owe him $700. Judgment for the plaintiff. That's all. Step out.
Parties are excused. You may step out. Guys have been sworn in. You may be seated. Ma'am, have a seat, please.
Miss Short, you and the defendant were engaged to be married. You were living together. It didn't work out. Mr. King left. He left you a note saying, goodbye, it's not working out. Since you were living in a home and you'd signed a lease, you think he should be responsible for his portion of the remainder of the lease, which was 6 months. And in addition, since he terminated the engagement, you believe that he should be responsible for some of the wedding expenses.
Yes.
Okay. Mr. King says he was more than generous. He left a month's rent in advance. He left you his share of March's rent. And in addition, he has a counterclaim. He said that you kept some of his belongings and those of his daughters, who I assume was living with you, and something about a timeshare that you owe him for. He's going to explain that to me. When did you move in together?
September of 2000.
And when was the last time you signed a lease together?
August of 2002.
And what kind of property was that, a home or an apartment?
It's a townhome that we were renting.
You both signed the lease?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that correct, Mr. King?
Yes, we both did sign that lease.
And what was the rent on the apartment?
$1,510 plus water, which was typically $25 a month. So typically we were paying $1,535 a month.
Okay. And what was Mr. King's share of the rent?
Most months he would pay between $600 and $650 towards the rent.
Is that right?
Yes.
And you moved out in February, sir, and you paid for March?
I paid $575 to her for...
For March? All right. So you have April, May, June, July. You have 4 months, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's $2,400. Now, you, Mr. King, are going to explain to me why you believe you should not be responsible for that $2,400.
Okay, first off, the Capital One bill, which she had placed on this, I guess she's removed it since
I don't know what you're talking about. I asked you a question. I'm not talking about your counterclaim yet, Mr. King. I'm talking about why you should not be responsible, since you obligated yourself under a lease, why you should not be responsible for $2,400, which is your portion of the rent on the lease that you obligated yourself to pay for.
I feel that all of the bills that we incurred that created debt for us, which primarily is the Transwest account, as well as the lease, which were both things that we signed, 50%, 50%.
I'm not talking, sir, about your counterclaim. So is what you're telling me that you should be responsible for $2,400? And then I will get to your counterclaim.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Is that what you're saying?
No. If I'm taking on my portion of it, then she should also be responsible for taking on her portion of it.
Well, what bills did you take responsibility for, sir?
The Transwest account.
And what is the Transwest account?
It is a timeshare that we signed up for.
That's your counterclaim, sir. I mean, are you not hearing what I'm saying, or are you just being intentionally thick? I'm not entertaining your counterclaim yet. I will do that, which may be a set-off.
Okay.
Is what you're saying to me that you do, in fact, owe her $2,400 for the rent, barring any counterclaim that you have?
For the rent, yes, ma'am.
Now let's get to the wedding expenses. What wedding expenses are we talking about?
There were flowers that were purchased. And
flowers purchased?
Yes, ma'am. Originally, I was going to put the flowers together myself into the bouquets and the headpieces.
These are the flowers that you purchased?
Yes, ma'am. And in turn, we then turned around and had somebody put them together for us. I feel that, seeing as how those flowers could have been used for other things, had they not been converted already into bouquets and headpieces and such, that he should have to pay the cost of having the flowers put into wedding pieces.
Why?
Because of the fact that I numerous different times after he started getting cold feet asked him, is this wedding going to go forth? And he numerous times kept ensuring me, yes, this wedding is going to go forth. The wedding dress is also there because the wedding dress was actually a second dress. I had hired someone to create a dress for me because we were originally going to do a medieval wedding. And so I had purchased fabric for that, had hired someone to do the dress for me, and then his mother kept saying repeatedly that she wanted a more normal wedding, a more traditional wedding. So I asked him, he said all he wanted was to marry me. Seeing as how we were going to be together and sharing all these expenses would be no problem at all. So I took the fabric, gave it to my sister. She was going to take the fabric that had been purchased to make my original dress and was going to make our flower girls and junior bridesmaids dresses, and I purchased a second wedding dress. Whereas if he had told me that he was having cold feet or wanted out of it, I never would have.
He was having cold feet, madam. He told you he was having cold feet. He postponed the wedding.
He said postpone, not cancel.
That should have been a clue. That should have been a clue. Somebody says, we're having some problems here. The wedding's going to go forward, hon. You know I want to marry you and I know I love you, but I'm really not quite comfortable. I wouldn't go out and get flowers.
He did that part, though, after the second dress was purchased.
Okay, Mr. King, I want you to tell me about the property that you claim that Miss Short is holding that belongs to you, as well as this timeshare.
Okay. First, there is 2 beds, twin, which is my daughter's, and a queen size, which is mine. A television and a VCR, which I had brought with me from the last place that I had lived. A computer, which I had purchased back there, and then a monitor that we had purchased when we were in the relationship together. Those are the primary items that I
Well,
have
you
listed.
said we purchased the monitor. Certain things you say you purchased, and some you said we purchased a monitor. When you said we purchased a monitor, who put in the money?
Both of us.
It was put on my credit card, Your Honor.
Okay. What about the other things you talked about? Beds?
There are pictures right here that I have as evidence. He has the garage door opener to the garage. All of his belongings have been in the garage since a week after he left. At one point, he came to the house, retrieved some of them, but has had the garage door opener since then, and he has refused to come by the house to pick up the rest of his belongings. They are all in the garage. He has full access to them at any time, whether I'm there or not, because he does have the garage door opener.
Sir, the things that you mentioned are here.
Mm-hmm.
So why don't you go get them?
The last time I had, we had arranged to be able to talk about this whole situation. It was approximately a week and a half after I had left. And I went to get to make contact with her, and we sat down and we had lunch, and then we went over to the house, and I went to start loading items up in my car because she was speaking on the telephone, and I figured I'd give her privacy. And so I was loading the items up, and I went to load my computer up, and she told me that I could not take it because...
Well, is the computer and the monitor?
Well, at the time...
Yes, ma'am.
Of course.
At that-
Well, you can't take the computer and the monitor, sir. You didn't pay for it.
Well, the computer I did, ma'am.
What about the computer?
The computer, he did bring the PC portion of it. Yes, ma'am, he did bring that.
Is that in the garage?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Okay, well, it's going to be in the garage, but not the monitor.
I went to begin loading the computer up, and she prevented me from leaving
Fine.
the house.
Were you loading up the monitor, too?
No.
No.
I hadn't gotten to the monitor yet. I
But
was
you were
planning
going
on
to?
it, yes.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
What is the amount left on the timeshare?
According to this, to remove my name states a zero balance.
I don't understand what that means.
It means
Are you
that
playing with me?
No, ma'am.
And later today,
Was there anything else that you could have done other than jump on the roof?
No, I just jumped. I'm afraid of dogs. I jumped.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Raina Short says ex-fiancé Gerald King owes for breaking a lease and for half the cost of a wedding.
So, only your things. Listen to me. Your things. The computer, that's going to be in here because that belongs to you, not the monitor.
Okay.
Not the monitor. The rest of the things you have to go get. But Listen to me. You have to go get them 5 days from today. Do you understand?
Yes.
If you do not go to get them 5 days from today, I am giving her permission to call the Salvation Army and dump all your stuff. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, because she's not your storage unit. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Now, that takes care of your things. Speak not. Speak not. He's not paying the wedding expenses.
No, that's not what this is about.
What do you want?
The timeshare.
No, he gets a chance to speak
Oh,
first.
I apologize.
Now, I'm getting to the part of your counterclaim where you're talking about the timeshare. I want you to explain that to me, sir.
Okay, the timeshare was it's called WorldMark. It's an agreement that allows us to have points to be able to spend to stay at different locations around the United States and in the Pacific.
Good.
We had approximately a year and a half ago signed the agreement with both of our signatures on it for the total amount that has now come down to $7,821.
$7,821.
And 90 cents.
Yes.
Half of that would be approximately, well, will be exactly $3,910.
Just a minute, divided
95
by
cents.
2. Yes, go ahead.
First off, I have the agreement here.
Okay, no. Did you sign that agreement?
Yes, ma'am, I sure did.
Okay. You acknowledge that you're obligated to pay $3,910?
No, ma'am.
Why not?
Because I have made all the payments to date out of a direct withdrawal from my account. I have also got the documentation here to take my name off of it. It was purchased as for our honeymoon and for us as a family to utilize. If I'm not able to use it for my honeymoon or as a family, I have no need for the property.
Well, neither does he.
He's moved in with another person who has a family whom he is sharing things with.
But neither does he.
But
has he used the timeshare? Have you
neither
used
of
it?
us have.
Yeah,
And
but
I
you're
have taken my
does-
name off of it.
Well, you can't. You can't.
And the fact
Ms.
that
Short, you can't take your name off of it. That's just like him saying to me, I'm not living in the apartment anymore. I'm taking my name off the lease. That's what I've done. I called the landlord and I said to the landlord, take my name off the lease because I'm not living there anymore. Then we all wouldn't be here.
I'm also the one that has made all of the payments so far.
You made them together as a unit. The two of you signed a contract for a timeshare. You cannot unilaterally take your name off that contract to his detriment, and he cannot unilaterally take his name off the lease that he signed to your detriment. That's it. I don't get into who paid for more and who paid for less as far as gas and eating out and ice cream and entertainment.
That wasn't what I was addressing, ma'am.
Yes, you were. You were saying the household expenses were $3,400 and he didn't even pay 50% of it. And what I'm saying to you is that was your financial arrangement. Your financial arrangement was he would give you a certain amount of money, you would put it in your checking account, and you would pay the household bills. And one of the bills that you paid out of your checking account was the timeshare. Ms. Short, you don't like the answer, but unfortunately, that's the answer. There are two contracts. One's for a lease, one's for a timeshare. Each of them are obligated under those two contracts. What's left under the timeshare, unless there is a different amount left under the timeshare, is there?
Yes.
Okay, good. So what is the amount left on the timeshare?
According to this, to remove my name states a zero balance.
I don't understand what that means.
It means
Are you
that-
playing with me?
No, ma'am.
Mr. King, $2,400 is what you owe her for rent. And the court will draft an order that she is to pay 1/2 of the remaining balance on the timeshare contract directly to the company, and that her check for $2,400 will be held until the clerk ascertains what exactly is left. Now, if in fact the amount remaining is greater than the $2,400, as you seem to indicate it is, that amount will be deducted from the $2,400, and that amount will be given over to the timeshare company. Does that sound reasonable to you, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
That way, everybody is bound by the terms of their contract. Does that sound fair?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. Goodbye.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
He struck up a relationship with this other person
I knew how she would react,
6 months before he walked out,
and I wanted a chance to be able to tell the kids goodbye,
still telling me all along that we were still going to get married.
and I knew I would not get a chance to.
If you have doubts, trust your doubts.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Eagles versus Adams. Step forward, please.
Hairdresser Kealunda Eagles is suing her daughter's friend, 19-year-old Latoy Adams, for damaging her car when she jumped on the roof. Latoy says she was being chased by a dog.
Miss Adams, according to what I've read in Miss Eagle's complaint, you were playing outside with the plaintiff's son. Is that right?
That's right.
And At some point, something happened, and you jumped on the hood of her car.
Correct.
When did that happen?
When I heard a dog chasing me.
You heard a dog chasing you?
Yep, I heard a dog barking from behind me. I assumed it was running after me and Nathan, who was playing.
So Nathan ran away?
Yes, and I jumped on the hood of Kia's car.
And you damaged it?
Yes.
She wants you to pay for it?
She told me I didn't have to. After I suggested I pay for it, she said she wasn't materialistic and I didn't have to pay for a car.
Is that right?
Yes, I didn't really press the issue. I was supposed to sell the car, and when they saw the car, they no longer wanted it because it's over $2,000 damage done to the car.
Of course, if the roof of the car is dented, it's going to reduce the value, but did you tell her she didn't have to pay for it?
Well, I had mentioned it to her. I told her don't worry about it at the time. Then I called her and I told her that I was supposed to sell the car and they won't accept it like that. And so I told her that she had to pay for it. So
How much after the incident did you tell her she had to pay for it?
Probably about 2 weeks.
Okay, you have a picture of the car?
I sure do.
Let me see. What kind of car was it?
It's a 97 Ford Taurus.
Where is it now?
It's at the hotel.
So you're still driving it?
Yes.
Not as bad as I thought it would be.
Those are just the pictures. There's a lot of waves on top of the roof. There's plenty of waves there.
Okay.
It's very noticeable
Now,
when you're on it.
When did you purchase the car?
About 2 years ago.
And how much did you pay for the car when you purchased it?
We'll say $7,200.
Now, you said you were going to sell the car. Why were you selling it?
Because I want a new vehicle.
And how much were you going to receive from the car, from the purchaser?
Well, I guess he would say like maybe $35,000, $4,000 towards a new vehicle.
Were you trading the car in? Is that what you were
Yes,
going to be doing?
exactly.
You were trading it in?
Yes.
Now, you have an estimate to fix the roof?
Yes, I do.
May I see it, please? How do you pronounce your first name?
Laytoy.
How old are you?
19.
Laytoy, was there anything else that you could have done other than jump on the roof?
No, I just jumped. I'm
know.
afraid of dogs. I jumped.
What is this estimate for?
That's for them. They're going to cut out the top of the roof of the car, and they have to replace it with another roof and do other things to it.
When you took the car back to the company when you were going to get a new car, how much did they say they would give you for the car as it was?
Well, after he told me that he couldn't take it like that, I just began to get mad, and I just said, forget it. And then I took it to some appraisers to tell me how much the damage is. And then after I got it fixed, I was going to take it back.
So what do you think?
I feel that in L.A. I could get it done cheaper if I was to do it.
Well, did you tell her that?
Yes. After I was served papers, I did suggest that, and it was negative. So.
What do you mean it was negative?
She said that she has someone that does her car for her on a regular basis when something's wrong with it.
And who is that?
That's affordable repairs.
Is that one of the estimates that you have here?
Yeah, that's the main one. That's the one I take my cars to.
Look, I don't think anybody thinks that this was her fault, that the dog ran out. But it was her fault that she chose to jump up on your car when there were other alternatives.
The dog started to chase after both of them. She ran one way and Nathan ran another way. They were halfway down the street before she jumped on my car. But maybe in her head, she's thinking he's still chasing her.
There was a fear.
Okay.
There was a fear. But it's not your fault.
No, it's not.
And the defendant had other options. The defendant has to take care of this damage. Do you have any insurance on the car?
I had other options.
You had other options.
All right.
He didn't jump up on the car, did he?
Nope.
Why don't you run the same direction he ran in?
We were running the same direction. I took 2 steps and leaped on top of a car.
He didn't. Dog didn't get you, did it?
Mm-mm.
All right. I don't think that there's any fault or blame here. You just didn't exercise good judgment. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,873. That's all. Thank you.
Okay,
Parties in the matter of Harrington versus Badman. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Folks, have a seat.
Ms. Harrington, according to the complaint that I read, you and the defendant were in a relationship and lived together for a period of time. When you moved in together, you took some of your stuff and put it in a storage unit. The storage unit was in Mr. Badman's name.
That's right.
And he paid for it.
No.
That's what he says. There came a time when the two of you parted company, a day that you will tell me about briefly, and it is your claim that he got rid of the stuff in your storage unit, which you wanted back. Mr. Badman acknowledges that he emptied the storage unit, Some of your stuff he gave to the Salvation Army. Some of your furniture he still has. And the reason he did that was that when you moved out, you took a substantial amount of property that did not belong to you, that belonged to him and to his daughter, and he has a counterclaim. How long did you live together?
He moved in with me in February of 2004. He had a dog, and I had a dog, and I was only allowed one dog at my apartment complex. Therefore, he moved into his own place, and about a few weeks after him living there, he begged me to move in, told me how much cheaper it would be.
Just listen to me.
Okay.
This is not a 1,000-page tome that we're going to do here. When did you move in together?
May of 2004.
And when did you put your property in storage?
The end of May, I believe.
The day she moved in. There wasn't room in my apartment for many of the
What
things.
did you put in storage?
I put living room furniture, dishes. My parents had started collecting teddy bears for me when I was a child. A futon, a bed, clothes, shoes, dresser, desk combination, a glass mirror, and my diploma, important tax information papers, all sorts of things.
And when did you separate?
July 25th, 2004.
Tell me the circumstances surrounding you moving out.
I had found out that he had been cheating on me with her. That is his baby's mother. We were going to court for custody of his child, me and him together, and I found out that he was cheating on me. I came home from work early, asked him, you know, why are you doing this? Can we please talk about this? He then shoved me into a dresser, and I dislocated my finger. The police then told him that he should leave the apartment for a few days while I got my things together. Within those 3 days, he came back and broke in his own door, busted the lock off, and I moved out the very next day because I wasn't safe living there with no lock on the door. I took the things that belonged to me and only me. The only thing that I have of him are some pornography tapes that I did not bring with me because of the security on the airplane, and I didn't want them flashing about. They're kind of disgusting.
What'd you take them for?
They were actually in a box of movies of mine.
When did you try to get your property back?
Right after I moved out, I went to the storage unit to see. I had a key to it because my things were in it. I did pay for it, and he had changed the locks.
Now I'll hear you, sir.
When we did break up, it was because of we were arguing about, she was accusing me of fooling around with her. We were just friends. We've always stayed friends because we have a child in common. So I didn't want to argue, so I left the home. She called the police. We went down there. She decided she didn't want to say anything because she told the police that I beat her up or whatever. So then we went to the police station.
You
she
did. You broke
said
my
anything. She did not file the report.
Harrington.
Anything. She said.
Don't say anything when he's testifying. You know how quiet he was when you were
Sure.
telling me your story?
Mhm.
I read your complaint very carefully. You came home and you wanted to talk to him. That's
Correct.
what you said in your complaint.
Correct.
He was sleeping.
No, he was up.
It says, I'm reading from your complaint, things were going terribly for us, and he was served with an eviction notice. On July 25th, not June, on July 25th, 2004, everything came to a head. We were in an argument. I came home from work to talk to Fred. He was sleeping, and I tried to get him to talk to me. That's what you said.
Okay, that's fine.
And when you want to talk to somebody and they're sleeping and they don't want to communicate with you, you get angry.
No, I was not angry.
You weren't angry.
No, I was
No,
not.
No, you weren't angry.
I was upset.
You were living with somebody. You think he was fooling around with the mother of his child. According to you, you came home. You found him sleeping. You went in there, and he didn't want to talk to you. And so he broke your finger.
He did.
Miss Harrington, I have no question that your finger got broken.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he broke it.
He wrote it in his report to the police. I actually have it.
Oh,
if
I'd
you'd
like to see
it.
that. He said he broke your finger. I'd like to see that.
Yes, it
I
does say that.
squeezed her hand. And that was after she went and punched the wall
It's
about 20
highlighted in
times
yellow.
around her. On the report, it says that there's no injuries to anybody. She didn't report any injuries to the police.
No,
right
there
there.
were none marked.
I just wanted her to leave me alone. April started to poke me on the right side of my body with her finger. I told her to leave me alone. She continued to poke me with her finger, saying, stop being a blank jerk and talk to me. You know, you live long enough, you could practically write the scenario. I want to talk to you. Leave me alone. I just want to sleep. I don't want to talk to you now. Leave me alone. I want to talk to you. Then you say, I rolled over and grabbed her hand. I cannot remember which I had grabbed, but it was her bad hand, and she started crying. April asked me why I grabbed her like that, and I said, because you keep poking me.
I wasn't poking him. I really wanted to talk about it. I was very upset.
Listen to me. I got it. You just told me you weren't upset.
I would no.
No, you know.
I
Listen to
wasn't.
me. A moment ago, you said I came home
wasn't-
from work. I just
wasn't
wanted to talk. I
angry.
wasn't upset. Listen to me, Miss Harrington.
Your Honor, I wasn't angry. I was very upset. I was crying, hurt. I was not angry.
Then what I'm telling you is, you upset, angry, whatever it was, you can't put your hands on somebody like this. And if they don't like it, which she said, you gave me the report. So you want to vouch for the truth of this report.
No, just
the part that you like.
No, that's not true. If
Just
you
the
read
part-
my
listen,
statement also.
I'm reading his statement.
Okay.
That's what you gave me.
If you keep reading it, he also pushed me in the face and kicked me off the bed. And
listen to me. He wanted you to leave him alone.
So it's okay if he kicks me and...
You shouldn't have put your hands on him. Miss Harrington, you put your hands on
I wasn't
somebody.
hurting him. I was...
Listen to me. You can't put your hands on somebody and continue to irritate them and expect them to do nothing.
That's fine.
Good.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
He gave them to me willingly.
No, I don't believe that. Madam, you just said to me, that's a fib. Fib, because you just said to me I took him out of spite.
And later today,
What else did you do with the car?
I let April drive it.
And April wrecked the car.
Yes.
You don't mind my yelling at him, do you?
No, ma'am.
Yes.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. April Harrington says former live-in boyfriend Fred Badman sold her belongings after she moved out. Fred is countersuing, claiming April also stole from him.
What property of hers did you give away to the Salvation Army?
Things I gave away of hers, I went and retrieved all the stuff from the storage unit because didn't want to pay
What
anymore
month
on
did
it.
you do that?
February 05, ma'am.
So you left it there for 6 months?
Many months I left it there.
She asked you for the stuff back.
I wanted my items back before I was going to give her anything. That's what I told her.
What items were they?
She took my entertainment stand, a bunch of movies.
Just a second. Entertainment stand. What does that look like, sir?
It's right here. And a tent. That's what I got pictures of.
I need a cup of coffee.
An entertainment stand, some movies.
Okay. I mean, this entertainment stand, did you put it together yourself?
Yes,
or
I did.
You put it together yourself?
Yes. I bought it from an appliance store years ago.
$69, you put it all together?
No, it was $300. It's a large entertainment stand.
I'm looking at it, sir. I got it.
Okay.
Let us say she took the entertainment stand. And she took
the tent.
Did you take his tent?
No, I did not.
Did you take his entertainment stand?
He gave that to me because where he was moving had a big screen TV and he no longer needed it.
Oh.
Big screen TV.
What else do you say she took of yours, sir?
She took my fishing tackle box, some PlayStation 1 video games. I don't know why she would have took my Jack, but Jack wasn't at my house no more. And she took my daughter's clothing and toys. Because when we were living together, we went out together, bought clothing and toys and many things for my daughter's birthday when she turned 1. And when she moved out, she figured I bought them, I'm taking them myself. So she took all the things that we bought together for my daughter.
All the things that she paid for?
Correct.
Good.
We paid
Now,
for
listen to me. All the things that you paid for.
Correct.
Listen to me, Miss Harrington. You may have paid for them, but once you make a gift, then they no longer belong to you.
Okay, I actually bought them because we were going to custody for the child.
I don't care. They were not, the clothes didn't fit you.
Correct.
The toys weren't for you to play with. And once you purchase something and give it away, the gift is complete. You no longer have ties to it. You cannot take it. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
So that was wrong.
I know that was wrong.
So why didn't you give them back?
I took them out of spite, actually, honestly, and I did not give them back because we didn't talk anymore after that. He no longer, he wouldn't give me my things out of the storage unit. And
did he ask you for his daughter's
No,
things
he
back?
never. He gave them to me willingly.
No, I don't believe that. Madam, you just said to me, that's a fib, because you just said to me, I took them out of spite.
Ma'am,
listen to me, you can't have it both ways.
I asked them for them back out of spite, yes, and he did give them to me willingly. I went to his new house.
Sounds to me
after
like
he
you
moved.
two people did a lot of nasty things to each other.
Very true.
But, Mr. Badman, you cannot dispose of her property.
I kept.
You can go to court and seek to recoup your $29.99 TV stand, or if you say your tent, which she says she doesn't have, that you can do. But you cannot give away her property.
I kept the important things, Your Honor. I kept all of
Oh, good. That's what I want to see. What important things that you kept?
I kept all of the furniture that she had, and I kept important documents like her taxes that she's been wanting.
Good.
And
I'd like to see all of those
her
things,
GED
sir.
papers.
Perfect. Oh, this is going
Would
to
you
be
like my
such
list also?
I'm speaking.
Okay.
It's all junk, Your Honor.
So you have all of it?
Yes, I
in
have
your
all that.
house?
It's at my aunt's house.
It looks like it's in a barn.
It is. So I wasn't going to keep paying $85 a month for stuff.
You should have given it back to her.
I didn't want to do that when she's kept all my stuff.
You're a big baby, Mr. Badman. You're a baby.
All right.
Yeah, you're a baby. 5 days from today, she's going to pick up all of her property. It's to be put together in good order.
Mm-hmm.
The place where my things are at, there are 13 cats, and the house itself and the barn itself is absolutely covered in feces and urine.
Miss Harrington, this is your choice. The property has been in Mr. Badman's possession now for over a year.
Correct.
You had a choice. Your choice was to immediately pursue him in court, just as you did now, a
He
month
told me
later.
he
Listen
sold
to
it.
me. A month later, and get your stuff.
He told me he sold it.
Well, then what brought you here a year later? Is not an answer.
He started leaving notes in my car, like trying to get in contact with me, so I went to see him, and he told me he sold them.
And I'm telling you, what you did was you waited for a year to pursue a matter in court, and now if you don't like the way the stuff has been, you're not going to get the cash for it. Okay. Now I want you to tell me what you gave to Salvation Army.
I gave 2 Rubbermaid bins of clothing that was all moldy and gross from sitting around forever. The little box of ceramic dishes that she had. A few of them items were broke, so I had to throw them in the garbage. And a little bag of teddy bears that were just junk, and that was it.
Mr. Badman, that junk is going to cost you $1,000.
For dishes?
They weren't broken when she left them. And the clothes weren't moldy when she left them. And the teddy bears were a collection of hers. And you had no right to dispose of them. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. Now, what proof do you have that she took any of your property?
I don't really have proof of anything because when I've broken up with girls before, I've dealt with them stealing like a couple things, and I just wanted to move on with my life.
You mean this has happened to you before?
Yes, ma'am.
How many times?
A couple.
You're very unlucky in love. Are you together now with the mother of your child?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
You live together?
She's my fiancée, but she's going to be married soon.
Oh, wonderful. So, did a little bit backwards,
Getting my life
but
all straightened out, and everything's good, and just want to be with my child and get all this over with.
Very good. My complaint against Miss Harrington is a complaint that I can put on your shoulders as well, sir. You had a legal remedy, right?
I didn't choose to do anything.
You chose to do nothing.
Right.
And you have no proof that she took anything.
And she has no proof of what was in the storage unit either.
Listen to me.
Of the few
Listen
items
to me.
that she does
You
have.
just told me what it was that you, as far as I'm concerned, maliciously gave away, including something that she says was a teddy bear collection that she had for a very long time, and you said it was a bunch of junk teddy bears. It's not nice. That's irritating. You told me that. She didn't. I wouldn't even look at her list. I asked you what you gave to Salvation Army. So your counterclaim's dismissed. 5 days from today, she's going to pick up all of her stuff. And you owe her $1,000 for the stuff that you gave away wrongfully. That's all. Step out.
Thank you very much.
How does that excuse you may step out?
She was fun. I made a mistake, and I didn't think of other things, anything else other than what was in my pants.
We've been friends for 5 years. We've been together 4.5 years. We're getting married. He never cheated on her.
Don't get involved with people with the last name Badman.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Wamsley versus Martinez. Step forward.
19-year-old Preston Wamsley is suing neighbor Audrey Martinez and her son, 17-year-old Chris Rivera, for the cost of a Mitsubishi Eclipse. Preston claims Chris totaled the vehicle.
You and the defendants are neighbors. This is her son, who is
Christopher Rivera.
17.
Yes.
And this is your mother. At some point, Christopher came to your house and asked if he could borrow your car. You knew he was 17.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is not an answer in court. Is fine outside here. You
Yes,
say
Your Honor.
yes, no, whatever. Your Honor is a nice touch. He said he needed your car so he could take his sister to school.
Yes.
But that was a partial truth. You know what that means?
I'm not sure.
It means it was only partially true, half true. A little piece of it was true. Some of it was a lie. You didn't just want to take your sister to school. You did something else with the car, right?
Yes.
What else did you do with the car?
I gave my cousin a ride home.
And after you gave your cousin a ride home, then what else did you do with the car?
And I let April drive it.
Who's April?
Some girl.
Was she in the car?
Yes.
I didn't get that part of the story. How did April get into the car?
Because she was with my cousin.
How old is April?
17, I believe.
I want you to keep your voice up. You don't mind my yelling at him, do you?
No, ma'am.
Yes. And April wrecked the car.
Yes.
So, Mr. Wamsley, you expect Mrs. Martinez to pay for your car.
Yeah, and I was under the impression that he had a license.
I don't care whether you thought he had a license to drive race cars or drive a ship to the moon. You have no right to loan a car to a minor. None. Now, I read your complaint and you said, well, you thought he had a license because you saw him driving around in his mother's car.
Yes,
Well,
Your
his
Honor.
mother wants to be a jerk and let him drive around in her car. That's her prerogative and her problem. But how do you know that his mother gave him permission to drive around in her car? Maybe he was just driving around in it when she wasn't home. Is that possible?
It could be, yes.
Sure. Does your son have a driver's license?
No, ma'am.
You ever give him permission to drive your car?
No.
You drive your mother's car?
Yes.
Where's your mother when you drive her car?
At home.
Does she know you drive her car?
No.
See what I mean? As a matter of fact, if he was injured while in your car that you let him borrow, she would sue you and would have collected. Do you understand? When you're dealing with a minor, and he's a minor, he's a stupid minor, and he's dishonest, right?
Yes.
You do not do anything that would require parental permission, because when you talk in terms of minors, they are referred to as minors in the law because they're too stupid to make their own judgments. He's too stupid to make his own judgment. And you gave him a weapon. Was April hurt?
No, ma'am.
Anybody hurt?
No, ma'am.
You are a very lucky man, sir. You should go home and thank your lucky stars that somebody isn't suing you and taking your house away. Your case is dismissed.
Parties are excused.
Boudreaux versus Kessler. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated, sir. Have a seat. You're welcome, Judge.
Mr. Boudreaux, you and Miss Kessler were involved in a relationship, according to what I read in your complaint, for a period of time, and did in fact live together.
Yes, Your Honor.
I believe she moved in with you,
Yes.
and you have children?
Yes, I do.
How many children?
I have a total of 4, and I have 2 that live with me.
So you moved in with Mr. Boudreaux with your 2 children?
Actually, we got the place together. He was living at the time with his parents.
Did you sign a lease together?
I was the main person on the lease.
Then the answer is only you signed the lease.
All our information was on there. For
Who signed the lease? Raise your hand.
Both of us did.
Great. As joint tenants?
Yes.
Now, it is your complaint, Mr. Boudreaux, that after the 2 of you separated, Miss Kessler went to a joint bank account and she withdrew some money. That's
Yes.
$1,600.
Yes.
And she had not put that money into the account. That was your money, because
Correct.
this was sometime after you had separated that she closed the account.
Yes.
Ms. Kessler has a variety of reasons why she believes she was entitled to that money, and she's going to explain that to me. When did you move into this apartment together?
November 22nd of 2003.
And when did you move out of the apartment?
May 14th, 2005.
So you lived together for some period of time.
Yes, ma'am.
And your arrangement was, according to what I read, that each of you would put in $800 a month to cover your household expenses.
Correct.
Correct.
When was the last time you put money in that account, Ms. Kessler?
April 3rd.
April of 2005.
2005. I apologize.
At that time, you were still living there, so that $800 covered May rent.
Actually, that was for April's rent and bills.
Is that right?
Yes.
What was the rent?
$1,100.
And you had gas, electric, cable,
Correct.
whatever. So I would assume that at the end of each month, there wasn't much left over from this $800 a month. That $800 a month just pretty much covered the bills
Some
for
months,
each month.
yes.
Okay, good. Now, when did you withdraw this money, Ms. Kessler, from the account?
When I took it all out, it was in June.
Now, Ms. Kessler, you knew that in June of 2005 it had been 2 months since you put any money into the account. And if there was money in the account, it was money that Mr. Boudreau had put in the account. Is that right?
Correct.
So now the ball is in your court, madam, to explain to me why you believe you're entitled to that money.
There were various months, which I have all written out here, that I put in over the $800 to cover the bills, and some months I put in extra to cover the rent because Mr. Boudreau was not working. And Mr. Boudreau also stated that when we moved with him to North Carolina, that if we were not happy, he would pay to move us back to North Carolina. I ended up having to pay to move myself back here. My son was a witness to a lot of these conversations, that's why he is here. But I ended up putting over $2,270 extra in that account to cover bills.
How much extra did Mr. Boudreau put in the account some months?
None.
What you're saying to me, twofold. Just listen to me. What you're saying to me is twofold. That the reason you took that money out, stop playing with your papers, Mr. Boudreau. Oh. The reason you took that money out of the account is twofold. A, because you thought you put in more than your fair share during the course of the year and a half that you were living together. That's one. And two, if I don't buy that argument, you had to spend money to move you and your family back home, despite the fact that Mr. Boudreau had said that if things didn't work out, he would pay for your moving.
Yes.
Is there any other reason that you want to offer me why you closed that account and took out the money?
Because I wanted my name off of that account.
Okay. Is that the primary reason why you went to the bank?
I sent them a letter to close the account.
You have a copy of that letter?
Yes, I do.
Let me see the copy of the letter, please.
Right here. And then here's a copy of the email with the bank.
All right, so the first thing that you did was...
I sent him an email.
You separated... Shh.
Whoops.
Okay. At least initially, I get the sense, Miss Kessler, that what you intended was just to have your name taken off the account. And if that meant that the account had to be closed and reopened in his individual name, that's what you wanted.
Yes.
And then you ask the question, well, what happens to the funds that are in the bank? Because the bank says, it can't just take your name off, the account has to be closed. And you say, well, then I want the account closed. And they say, well, okay, we'll send you the paperwork and you close the account, because you can do that. And then they say, well, what do you want to do with the funds in the account? And you say, well, how are those funds going to be dispersed? And they say, they send you a check, because you're the one closing the account, and you put it in your bank. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I tried contacting him, and he would not answer the phone or anything.
What did you try contacting him for, Miss
Just to get my name off of there. And
All
then
right,
he sent me threatening emails, and I said, because I was going to let the money, extra money that I put into the account go, just to sever contacts with him. He sent me a threatening email, and I said,
did he? Can I see it?
How
See
many
what
do you
happens
want?
when you're not nice, Mr. Boudreau?
I do.
You see what happens when you're nasty? You could have eliminated this whole thing if you weren't nasty. What'd you get nasty for?
Because those emails I sent, most of them were replies back to her she sent to me. I mean, she called me in 475 times in a little bit over a month.
You have the records
And
of that?
I have the records of that.
I see.
right
What'd you
here.
call him 475 times for?
When I first went down there, he had worked on my computer, and I was having computer problems. And
475 times?
And if you notice, some of those calls were made to the cell phone first, and because he did not answer the cell phone, I called the house phone.
475 times?
Well, I have emails here to bet that say, why won't you answer the phone?
Miss Kessler. 475
That's what it
times.
says.
That's harassing.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
This is disgusting, sir. I never saw somebody string these expletives together in sentences like this. Don't you have any other way of expressing yourself, sir?
And later today,
How did you know she had the car?
She took the car, and the police came to my house, and they searched everything, and they found drugs in her car, they said.
You're getting ahead of yourself, Mr. Werner.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. David Boudreau says ex-girlfriend Valerie Kassler owes for rent and for stealing money from a shared bank account. Valerie says she was entitled to that money.
All right, let me see the email that you're talking about when he says nasty things to you.
I mean, before that, he had threatened my life.
This is disgusting, sir. I don't care what she said to you. I don't care if she called you 475. This is disgusting.
And I have a lot more with those words in them. He would say that to me in front of my children.
How long did he say that in front of your children before you moved out?
That's why I got out of there.
But he said it, listen to me, the first time, not the second time. The first time he used this language in front of my children.
Too long.
In front of my children.
Too long.
You're a tough girl. I mean, I read what you did.
Too long.
I read what you did. You're a pretty tough girl.
I should have got out longer than I did.
Absolutely right. One time, use this kind of language in front of my children, and I'd be gone. If you let him abuse your children that way, that's your problem. They're not his children. You know why you're here, Mr. Boudreau?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're here because you have a big, fresh mouth. A big, fresh, nasty mouth. I mean, I never saw somebody string these expletives together in sentences like this. Don't you have any other way of expressing yourself, sir? Don't you have any other way of, in a civilized manner, expressing yourself?
I tried every way.
No.
I tried every way.
You think that saying it this, Mr. Boudreau, you think that using this kind of language is going to get her to stop calling you? You think that this kind of language in a letter is supposed to inspire her to do things in a reasonable way?
I mean, 475 phone calls.
What did she want
emails,
from you?
messages.
Mr. Boudreau, what did she want from you, sir?
No, I have no idea.
What did you want from him?
I have no idea.
Shh, Miss Kessler.
Right now, my kids want their
No,
dog.
shh. Forget the dog. Just go, forget it. Go buy him a new dog.
I didn't want
I'm
anything
asking
from
you,
him. I wanted him to leave me alone.
So what were you calling? Shh. Listen to me. What were you calling him for? Don't think. What were you calling him for?
At first, to get my computer straightened out, because he's the one that formatted it. And there were programs on there that I didn't understand how they worked, and he knew how they worked, and I was trying to get him to help me with them.
At first? After you didn't return your calls because he didn't want to talk to you. At first, then there has to be a second. What was the second reason that you called him?
Stupidity.
Right. And then you took his money. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,600. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
She still thinks she is a nice person, an innocent person.
Be careful who you meet online.
She brought me down to her level. I'm ashamed, but I went there. What can I do?
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Knighton versus Werner. Step forward, please.
Teresa Knighton is suing her former stepmother's husband, Dwayne Werner, for the return of her '94 Pontiac Grand Prix and her personal property.
Miss Knighton, according to what I read in your complaint, you've known the defendant from some convoluted family relationship for several years. You were the owner of a truck. He was the owner of a car. According to you, he wanted a truck. You wanted a car, and your cars and trucks were comparably valued. So you decided to switch. And before any paperwork could be done, your truck was stolen and burned to a crisp. So Mr. Werner came back and took his car.
No.
That's what you say.
Yes.
Mr. Werner says no, you had merely borrowed his car, and while you had talked about this deal, you never really culminated the process by formally agreeing to exchange property. That's your defense. Is that right, Mr. Werner?
Yes, ma'am.
What year truck did you have?
90.
I'd like you to keep your voice up because I'm old, and I would like to be able to hear you without straining myself.
It was a 1990.
What kind of a truck was it?
A Toyota 4Runner.
And what kind of car did you have, sir?
I had a '94 Pontiac Grand Prix. It was a G-Unit Special Edition.
What kind of work do you do, Mr. Werner?
I'm on disability right now.
What's the nature of your disability?
My knee and depression.
How long have you been receiving disability?
About a year, probably.
Prior to that, what kind of work did you do?
Roofing and sheet metal.
Who do you live with?
My wife and my daughter.
And you?
Nowhere right now because I lost my job because of this incident.
Where were you working before this incident happened?
I worked for my boyfriend's mother. Pretty much. It was like a part-time
I
receptionist.
never knew she had a job, Your Honor. She's always borrowing money from me every time I seen her.
Okay, now, so that's this case, Ms. Knighton. So why don't you tell me about it? When did you make this exchange?
Actually, we were talking about it before he had went on a trip, and we were talking...
Where did he go on a trip?
He went to Oregon.
For what?
I don't really know.
Where'd you go to Oregon for?
I had to go see one of my friend's sons off. He was going on a trip.
How'd you get there?
Airplane.
Go ahead.
And we were talking, and I wanted to sell my vehicle. And he was talking how he wanted a truck, and I wanted a car. So he eventually was like, you know, we can just trade vehicles because...
Just a second. When did you have this discussion?
Probably about 2 weeks before the incident happened. I don't know the exact date.
Don't interrupt her. I'm going to give you a chance. Tell me about the exchange.
We just pretty much just...
Did you go to his house? Did he go to your house?
Well, I went to his house, frankly, because of my little brother and sister that lived there, and, you know, I'd helped them clean their house, and therefore we talked about it.
I asked you how your truck got to his house.
I drove it.
And did you give him the keys?
Yes, we exchanged keys and...
When you left, did you leave your truck there?
Yes.
Where did you leave it parked?
Just in his driveway.
Then what happened?
Pretty much nothing for a couple days, and then I was notified by the police that my car was found down in R7 where...
You mean your truck?
Yeah, my truck. I'm sorry, I call it a car sometimes. But it was found and it was burnt, and therefore I got a hold of him, and we called, you know, to try to see if he knew what happened. You know, he said he didn't know what happened. I went and picked him up in the car that I had that was, you know, that we traded, and we called the police station and we asked if we need to make a report, and they said no. I mean, that was weird, but they said no. And 3 days later, his wife came over to the place I was staying and stole the vehicle back from me.
How do you know it was his wife?
Because I saw her.
What did you do, just come over and...
She just got in the car. I heard somebody pulling out the driveway, and I opened the door because I was getting ready to go somewhere, and she was taking off in it. And then I had called him, and I said, you know, it's okay, you can have the car. I just want my personal property back out of the vehicle. And he was like, you know, you'll get it back, and I never got it back.
Well, what personal property did you want out of the car?
Well, I had pictures of my deceased mom in there. I had clothes and...
Where's her stuff?
I never even talked to her.
He gave it
she
to
left
this
a message on my cell phone about her stuff, and she said, I called the police and told them all about this operation you have down there and all this stuff.
What operation?
I don't know. All I know is if I've had more police trouble since then, this whole thing has been nothing but trouble for me, man.
Tell me about when her truck was left in your driveway and she took your Pontiac.
Well, she was talking to me when she called me in Portland and told me that she wanted to trade. She said she'd give me $200 a month forever, how long I wanted and all that, which is unrealistic because, like I said, I had to loan her money every time I seen her anyway.
So, what did you say to her?
I told her I'd talk to her about it later. She took the car and drove it around for a while. I guess the police came to my house.
What do you mean she took it around and drove it around? You guess?
I guess she drove it around. I mean,
well,
she took the car. I don't know what she did
sir.
with it.
How did she get the keys to the car?
I don't remember. I mean, it might have been in it or I might have given them to her. I don't know.
Listen, she had the car for at least several days.
Yes.
Didn't you miss it?
Yes, I did.
Did you call the police?
No, I knew she had the car.
Well, how did you know she had the car?
Because she took it.
Well, then she must have taken it with your permission.
Yes.
There we go. That's what I'm asking you. Tell me about that.
She took the car, and the police came to my house, and they searched everything, and they found drugs in her car, they said.
You're getting ahead of yourself, Mr. Werner.
Okay.
How many vehicles do you have, sir?
Right now, about 3, probably.
How many working vehicles did you have on the day that she came and took your Pontiac?
Couple.
Don't answer me in a glib way.
2.
What were they?
Red Thunderbird and a white Grand Prix.
Red Thunderbird?
Yes.
Who drove that?
My wife.
And a white
Grand Prix.
Who drove that car?
I did.
So this Pontiac was an extra car?
Well, it was my car.
Well, now you have 2 cars. You have no job and 2 cars. What do you need 2 cars for if you're on disability? You can't get around much with a bad knee. All right, very easy. I find that the parties agreed to make a sale, that they agreed to make a barter sale, and that barter was they were going to barter for each other's cars. There was no exchange of money. The issue is whether or not there was a contract. And the contract was made at the time, I believe you, that he agreed to take your truck because he didn't have a truck, and he wanted a truck because you already had a car, and you wanted a car because you were tired of driving around. I'm speaking. Tired of driving around in your truck, you wanted a car. That contract was consummated when you actually made the physical exchange of the property, despite the fact that the title had not been transferred to either of the vehicles. So we have a Blue Book value on a 1994 Pontiac, please.
Your Honor, it's not a truck what she has anyway. It's more like a big station wagon.
What difference does it make? It's burned.
It's a SUV.
What do you think?
What condition?
Perfect.
You want to take his word for it?
I take his word for it. He says it was in perfect condition.
Has here $4,225.
Well, that's what he says. Plaintiff's damages, you're suing for $3,000. That's the maximum permitted in your court. Is that correct? Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $3,000. That's all.
While you are excused, you may have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated.
Why don't you sit down, young man? Mr. McClure, this is your former wife,
Yes, Your Honor.
and this is your son
Yes, Your Honor.
that you had together.
Correct.
You have one child together?
Yes, only one.
And how long are you divorced, Mr. McClure?
Approximately a year and a half.
When you were divorced, where did your son live?
Initially lived with my wife.
For how long?
Approximately 2 years.
Okay, and then came to live with you.
Yes, as of the end of July of this year.
Both you and your son are plaintiffs in this case. I'm going to hear from you first, and then your son and I are going to have a discussion. Your son came to you in July. You were under a court order for support. The support order was for how much a month?
$677 a month.
Your suit claims that that money was taken out of your salary for the month that your son was with you, and so therefore you've overpaid child support.
Correct, until we could get the paperwork in on the modified divorce order.
Mrs. McClure, you do not deny the fact that he overpaid the $677 for that month.
No, ma'am.
So what's the issue? Why don't you return it?
He had continually told me that I was to spend every single dime of child support on Camden.
That's not true.
Shh. She's giving me her reason.
I just did. I knew that it was an overpayment.
Well, if you knew it was an overpayment, you did the wrong thing.
But
and if you did the wrong thing, you have to pay him.
I also tried to pay him back.
No, according to you, try to pay him back $10 a week. Or $20 a week. And that's unacceptable, because it would be unacceptable, Ms. McClure, if you were the recipient of child support in the amount of $600 and change a month, and he decided he's not going to pay you the $600 a month. He's going to give it to you in dribs and drabs of $20 a month, and he'll catch up when he wants to catch up. That would be unacceptable to you. It's unacceptable to him, because he had the responsibility of supporting the child during that month, and you have the responsibility of paying him back the money. You should have sent it back as soon as you got it. We understand each other?
Yes, ma'am.
So your claim is for $677?
$624 and change.
$624. Just saved yourself $50, Mrs. McClure. That's what you're entitled to, and that's what you're going to get. Understood?
Yes.
Now you can stand up. What's your first name?
Camden.
Why did you go and live with your father, Camden?
The living experience with my mother wasn't a very likely.
How old are you?
16.
So you lived with your mother for 16 years. You mean all of a sudden it became an unpleasant experience?
Yes.
In what regard, sir?
I wanted to spend more time with my father, so I was wanting to go live with him.
That's perfectly acceptable.
Then when I informed her of it, progressively our relationship just got worse.
Well, that's unfortunate. But your desire to go to live with your father, according to you, was just because you wanted to spend more time with your father. Is that right?
Yes.
You have a problem with that, Mrs. McClure?
Only for the fact that several months before that, we had discussed him going to live with Brian, and he said that he did not want to under any circumstances, and he actually wanted me to promise to him that if Brian sued for custody, that I would not go along with it, I would go to court.
Changed his mind. Listen to me. Let's say that happened. He changed his mind, and that's what kids do when they're 16 years old. So when they're 16 years old, what you're supposed to do is say, listen, you want to go live with your father? Free. I'm free, right? I don't have to worry about where he is. I don't have to worry about him coming home. I don't have to clean up after his mess in the bathroom. You don't have to fight with him over cutting his hair. You don't have to do anything. He's with his father. It's his father's grief. I mean, I understand this. I was in family court for a lot of years. You get hurt. You get a little wounded. It's a natural phenomenon that you get a little wounded. But, you know, what I'm telling you is, for the first time in your life, as an adult, you're going to be free. If nothing else, I'm going to make you feel good about that. Because it's not anything that reflects on your parenting. He had a wind that went through his brain. Today, I want to go live with my father. We can pal around together. We're going to be buddies. I want to bond with him a little bit. Terrific. You have other children, sir?
I live with my current wife, and we do have a 5-year-old daughter together.
Great! Now you got 2 kids to worry about.
Yes.
You are the man. Good
Oh,
for
it's
you.
fun.
Oh, definitely. Good for you. Okay, now Camden. Yes. This is why your father has included you in this lawsuit, because you're a minor. Now, you had use of a car when you were living with your mother. The car was her car because it was in the judgment of divorce, according to what I read, she got that car. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that right, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Good. And according to your mother, she put in a lot of money in the car to make it drivable, and you drove that car. And according to you, you put in some money also. You put in, I don't know, rims and the things that kids put in cars, right?
Actually, I made it runnable.
Mr. McClure, I don't want to hear you encouraging him at all. Do we
Okay.
understand each other?
Yes, Your Honor.
This isn't supposed to be a bad thing for him. This is supposed to be a good thing for him.
Yes, it is.
That he's come to live with you, he's got a mother, she loves him, he's supposed to love her, not be angry with her. I'm a little angry with you for including him in this lawsuit, for even permitting it to go forward without saying to him, Camden, you're wrong, this is your mom's car. I got a car when we got a divorce, she got a car when we got a divorce, this is her car, it's not your car. That's what you should have done.
If I may, Your Honor.
Yes?
The car was purchased approximately when Camden was 12 years old, and everybody in the family was under the understanding...
I don't care what the understanding was. You were living with your wife at the time?
Correct.
All right. Listen to me very carefully, sir. Now you're divorced, and in the judgment of divorce, she got the car. Did you take a car?
I took a vehicle, yes, and she
Good.
received this vehicle.
And if she got one car and you got another car, then what you do is you want your son to have a car, give him your car if he comes to live with you.
He
Don't
does.
say to him, that was your car. Everybody understood it was going to be your car when you turned 16.
That's
How
correct,
many
Your
cars
Honor.
did you give her? 2 cars or 1?
2?
2.
Yes.
From you?
Yes.
Tell me.
87 Buick Riviera and the 86 Pontiac Trans Am.
And what did you get?
An 86 Trans Am and my 93 Chevy pickup.
So you did a little bit better
I,
by about 5-6 years.
yeah, the only vehicle that I had payments on was the pickup.
Listen to me. You did a little better.
Yes, I did fine.
So now you have 2 cars, and she has 2 cars. And if your son comes to live with you, give him one of your cars.
He currently has his own vehicle, Your Honor.
Perfect. Then why are we here, Camden?
Because some of the parts that I put on that car to make it runnable, so I worked for those and installed them.
And you used the car.
Yes.
Did you pay for the car?
No.
Did you pay to have the repairs done on the car other than the few parts that you put in?
All the repairs that were done were by myself.
You put in all the repairs since you're 12 years old?
Me and my father, then.
I'm talking about you. It's not your car. It's your mother's car. She let you drive it. You don't belong here suing her. We understand each other?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
You are the custodian for his money, and you can't take it out.
I didn't necessarily spend it. Camden did.
And later today,
The cop pulled me over. I had a 12-pack, but there was only 6 of them left.
Was inside your belly? Inside your little tummy? 6-pack?
Yes.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. 16-year-old Camden McClure says his mother, Gay McClure, owes for the value of car parts and for closing his savings account.
Now, let's talk about this bank account that you claim your mother closed out and took your money. How much money was in this bank account?
$528.
And where did you get it from?
Working for my grandfather, yard sales, things like that.
When was the account closed?
August 25th in 2003.
Did you put any money into that account allegedly after August of 2003?
No.
Well, you were still living with your mother then.
Yes.
Tell me what happened with that account in 2003.
I do not know. She said that she closed the account.
You closed the account in August 2003. Why?
Because we lived way out of town. And when he needed money for, the church group or whatever activity that he wanted to go, if he didn't happen to tell me the day before, I didn't have the money on hand. So he either didn't get to go or, I'd have to go all the way back into town to take the money out of the bank.
Why didn't you pay for it?
I did on a lot of things.
You should have paid for it on everything. Do you work?
No.
Well, how do you support yourself?
I was on public assistance.
Did you know that your mother was receiving public assistance?
Yes, ma'am.
Were there things that you needed that you didn't have money for?
A few things, nothing too important.
Like what?
Just daily necessities. Sometimes it was hard.
So is it possible that this money got used up?
Possibly.
Did you know that your mother was going to the bank to take this money out in small amounts when you needed the money? Did she say, well, go to your bank account and take out the money?
No, I didn't.
You
Yes,
sure
he
about
did.
that?
Yes, he did, and it was even under his suggestion, Mom, why don't you just close the account, have the money here at the house, so you don't have to worry about running all the way back into town and running back when he would want money for
Does that
something.
sound familiar to you, Camden?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Camden says that he worked.
Yes.
And he put his money into that bank account.
Yes, he did. I also put money in there that he did not, per se, work for, but yes.
She didn't put any money that I didn't work for in there.
Can I see the transactions from the savings account, please?
Go back over there.
Sorry, sir.
Okay. This money was originally opened with $300. The only money that was put in was $227 after your mother put it in. So, Camden, my question to you is it possible, sir, that that's the extent of the money that you put in this account? $227?
That bank was opened here in Boise, and most of the money I made was when we still lived in Twin Falls. So that's why there's a $300 deposit.
Well, that's the beginning balance.
Yes.
Okay. All right, Ms. McClure, let me tell you this. There's no question that this car is your car. I'm dismissing that part of your son's lawsuit that deals with that car. I do, however, think that he has a legitimate complaint with regard to the savings account that was in his name where he put his money. This is his money. You are the custodian for his money, and you can't take it out and spend it unless you're prepared to show me exactly what you spent it on.
I didn't necessarily spend it. Camden did.
All right. On your lawsuit, sir, I am awarding you the $528.85 for the money that's in the account. I hope that that satisfies you. I want you to be a smart boy.
Thank you.
Just because you decided to live with your father doesn't mean that you don't have a mother anymore. I've already explained to her that she should be the second happiest person in this room today because she has a little bit of freedom, and she should use that to get herself together, to get a job, to start taking care of herself, which she clearly hasn't done in a very long time. That's her responsibility. She doesn't have any children at home. She doesn't have any reason why she can't get a job and work.
I have one.
Well, it's been a long time coming. It is time now for you to take care of yourself, for nobody else to take care of you. You owe your former husband $624 and your son $528. Thank you. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I love him very much. I always will, no matter what he says or does. That's just the way it is.
I just thought, fair is fair. You should at least try to straighten things out.
And as far as Camden and I are concerned, that's only up to Camden.
I'm not sure. That's for time to be told.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Thomas McMillan versus Chrisley. Step forward, please.
Tricia Thomas and her fiancé Wesley McMillan are suing former friend Billy Chrisley for causing them to be ticketed for the possession of marijuana.
According to what I read, you were traveling in two cars, leaving Texas on your way to Arkansas because of Hurricane Rita.
Yes, ma'am.
You were traveling behind Miss Thomas.
Yes, ma'am.
In the car that you were traveling in was Mr. McMillan, one of Miss Thomas's children.
Yes, ma'am.
Miss Thomas was traveling in front of you, and in your car was another one of your children?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Chrisley, you were pulled over by the police
Yes, ma'am.
for tailgating.
Yes, ma'am.
What did the policeman say to you?
Well, he pulled me over for tailgating. That's what he told me he pulled me over for.
In what state were you when you
In
got
Oklahoma.
pulled? Oklahoma.
We were on our way back.
Go ahead.
So he pulled us over. He asked me for my license, registration, and all that for the car. And I told him I didn't have my license, and I just got the car, so I didn't have no insurance, no registration, no nothing on it, because I just got it.
Well, what about your license?
It was expired, and I still had to leave to go to Arkansas, and I just drove back,
Could we move on, please? What else did the police officer say to you?
So he ran my record and everything else. Then he asked me if I had anything, and I told him yes. And so he went back to
Well, you said yes, and he said, what?
No, we just went back to my car. I gave him what I had.
Well, what did you have?
I just had maybe a joint and a half.
Of marijuana?
Yes, ma'am.
Where did you have it?
In my center console.
Where'd you get it from?
I brought it from home.
Had you used it while you were in Arkansas?
Yes, ma'am.
And you only had a little bit left?
Yes, ma'am.
Anyway, so now, against that backdrop, Officer Byrd, the police officer gave him a ticket and also gave Mr. McMillan a ticket because under the laws in the state of Oklahoma, if there's marijuana or drugs in the car, everybody's responsible. So everybody gets a ticket. So Mr. McMillan got a ticket, and Miss Thomas over here had to pay the ticket, or else she was leaving Mr. McMillan in
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma! And she wanted him home because it looks to me as if you're expecting?
Yes, ma'am.
How wonderful.
Tricia Thomas and fiancé Wesley McMillan say former friend Billy Chrisley caused them to be cited for possession of marijuana.
So, since you had to come up with this money because of his personal use of marijuana, you really feel as if he should take care of the ticket.
Correct.
I don't think I should because I already admitted up to my own stuff.
But why is it his fault?
Well, I don't see why the cop gave him a ticket for my stuff. I already gave it to him.
Because that's the law in Oklahoma. I haven't seen that law, but I must assume in Oklahoma, if you are an adult and you are apprehended or stopped in a car and there is contraband, you know what that is? You know, bad stuff. Yeah. Contraband?
Yes, ma'am.
Everybody in the car is responsible.
Okay.
That's the law. So your suggestion that he sue the cop really doesn't make sense. Now, if you said to me, look, he shared the marijuana with me, he smoked the marijuana in Arkansas, he knew it was there because we both used it together.
Well, we did.
Did you?
Yes, ma'am.
Ooh, where did you do that?
While we were up there.
In Arkansas?
Yes, ma'am.
Really? You sure?
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead, Mr. McMillan.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I've been clean from every drug and alcohol for over 6 months and still going.
Well, sometimes there's a little bit of stress, Mr. McMillan, when you're escaping a hurricane.
Nope.
Because of the stress, he started smoking cigarettes again.
That was it.
Where were you in Arkansas, sir, when he was smoking this marijuana with you?
We were at the person's house that we were staying at. We just walked around the woods.
No, ma'am. The only time that me and Mr. Crisply ever took a walk, we went to the woods. There was nothing ever done. We ran down the side of a mountain and came back up, and that was it.
Now, when was your license suspended?
It was suspended in about, I think, 2002.
For what?
My dad gave me the keys to his truck so to give back to my mom. And when the cop pulled me over, they searched me, and all I had in there was, I had a 12-pack, but there was only 6 of them left. But when they searched the truck, they found a little baby roach that was in a film case that was in the truck, which I didn't know was there.
More drugs and alcohol.
Well, the alcohol was mine.
Was it inside your belly, inside your little tummy? 6-pack?
Yes.
So you lost your license because of drugs and alcohol?
No, it was just the drugs. They didn't charge me with the alcohol.
Just the drugs. How'd you come up with the $940 to pay your ticket?
My ticket was $1,261.
Well, how'd you come up with $1,261
I had to borrow it from my mom, and I'm still paying her back. They had to use their house note to pay for that fine. And by the time it added all up, it was $1,343.
You want to know something?
Yes, ma'am.
I believe him. I believe that Mr. McMillan knew that he had marijuana.
I didn't know he had it in the car.
I know you didn't, but Mr. McMillan did, and I believe he used it with him. Now, that certainly would indicate to me that he bore some responsibility for this marijuana being in the car. So I suggest you get your money from him. And while the defendant acknowledges that this was his marijuana, everything else he's told me, I believe. He's not making up this stuff because he's certainly not making himself look too good, right? You understand that I don't think you look like a model citizen.
Which I know I'm not.
We know you're not.
Yes, ma'am.
But I believe you when you say that he was smoking marijuana with you in Arkansas. You are telling me the truth, aren't you, sir? I believe you. So that being the case, Mr. McMillan, you pay your own ticket, and I suggest you reimburse your fiancé for the ticket. You knew the stuff was there. You enjoyed it while you were in Arkansas. You got to pay the piper. Case dismissed. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step. Now, this is case number 293 on the calendar in the matter of Heater versus Titus. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated. Sir, have a seat.
Mr. Heater, the defendant used to be your girlfriend.
Yes.
And according to your complaint, she had you falsely arrested for domestic violence.
Correct.
Ms. Titus says that she did call the police. She had you arrested for domestic violence, and that's because you hit her. Correct?
Yes.
This incident happened on what date?
July 28th.
Now, Ms. Titus, I am correct that at one point in your relationship, you found yourself pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
And you told Mr. Heater that he was the father of this baby and that you miscarried. Is that what happened? But it turned out that he was not the father of this child.
It could have not been his.
Right. And then you renewed your relationship again briefly. But that's all it takes, Mr. Heater. A brief moment of stupidity, and Miss Titus told you she was pregnant again. And according to you, you said, listen, I didn't know about last time, I didn't know about this time. I don't want to have anything to do with this baby until I take a paternity test.
Actually, what I told her was that I would help her out
as long as I would be repaid if the baby was not mine.
You didn't discuss that with me first. I would have told you that that was a very bad idea. However, on the evening of the 28th of July, according to you, and according to Miss Titus, she called you and wanted to come over to talk.
Actually, he called me.
Yes.
What did you call her for?
I thought that she had a doctor's appointment regarding the baby the previous day, and I just called to see how it went.
And what did Miss Titus tell you?
She said that I was wrong about the date, that I believe it was the next day, and that she would like to come over and speak to me. And I said, I don't think that's a good idea. We speak face-to-face, that we should speak over the phone. And she said that she didn't want to speak over the phone.
So Mr. Heater told you not to come over?
Well,
you
no.
acknowledge that. He said he didn't want to talk to you in
He
person.
said that he didn't want to talk to me, but eventually said that it was okay for me to come over.
Did you tell her it was okay to
No,
come
I
over?
did not.
No, I don't believe that. It's not what you say in your answer, and I don't believe that. He said he didn't want to talk to you in person. He thought you should discuss whatever you had to discuss over the phone. But you went over there anyway. What time did you go over there?
About 12:30 in the afternoon.
What did you want to discuss with him?
I wanted to talk to him about the baby and about how things were going between us. We were, before this, we were going out and doing things together, and like...
Don't you people know anything about birth control?
Yes, they don't work for me.
They don't work for you?
Yes. My body rejects them.
There are all kinds of birth control, Ms. Titus.
Yes, ma'am.
The answer to having a problem with one form of birth control is not to have babies with people who don't want to have children with you, like Mr. Heater or anybody else. So you went over there about 12:30.
I knocked at the door, and he told me to come in, and we started talking, and I upset him. And
how did you upset him?
I don't remember exactly what I said.
Maybe you
to
do.
him.
If you don't remember, maybe he does. What happened, Mr.
I
Heater?
was upset before she came into the house because I told her not to.
Come over.
And she started screaming through my door at me.
What was she saying?
You have to live up to your responsibilities. You can't create a situation and then not take care of
That
it.
doesn't sound welcoming, Miss Titus.
That never happened at all.
Go ahead.
So, to save myself from embarrassment from my neighbors, and I did open the door for her to try to...
So you let her in.
Yeah.
And what happened when she came inside?
It just continued on the same thing in there. You have to take care of this. And, I was trying to tell her I'm doing the best I can with this. I don't really know how to deal with this situation. Everything's so bad. I don't know what to do except for what I am doing, and that wasn't good enough for her. And for 30 or 45 minutes, she followed me around my house with me telling her to leave over and over and over again. She would not leave my house. And eventually I was in the kitchen sorting my dishes, and she came in and was pointing her finger at me, yelling at me in there, telling me the same thing, that I had to deal with my responsibilities. At that point, I took her by the hand that she was pointing at me with and just turned her around facing the kitchen door. And I had hold of her elbows with my body pressed against her back and was just walking her towards the door. I was like, you need to leave now. And she grabbed onto the kitchen doorway and started pressing back against me. And when I finally backed off of her and she let go of the door, she turned around and grabbed my hand like this, and then she smacked me in the face and said I had no right to touch her. And as a reaction, my hand came back around too.
So you hit her?
Yeah, regrettably I did come back around. She went off towards what I thought was the front door, but as I was in the kitchen, I heard her dialing my phone. She told me then that she called the police.
Do you have a copy of the police report?
Yes, I do.
I'd like to see it, please. Who is this gentleman, Mr. Heater?
This is my friend Jason Hubbard.
Was he a witness to what happened on the 28th of July?
No, he wasn't.
Okay. Okay, Miss Titus, tell me what happened, your version of what happened when you got into the house.
When I came into the house, we sat down on the couch and started to talk. At first, things were okay. Then I started talking about the baby and about this new girl that he's dating, and how that her not liking me around is the real reason why he's not wanting to have anything to do with the baby. Then he got upset and told me to leave, and I told him no, he can't just end the conversation anytime he wants
he can.
to.
He can tell you to leave his house. Go ahead.
I followed him around the house and was still talking to him, and we ended up in the kitchen, and I had said something about this girl he's dating, his girlfriend, and he doesn't like me to refer to her as that, so that made him really upset. And he came and he grabbed me by my arms and started to escort me through the door, and I stopped myself, told him he didn't have any right to put his hands on me at all.
Yes, he did.
Not according to...
Oh, yes, he did. Once he tells you that he wants you to leave his house and you remain there, you're trespassing. That's a crime. Next.
Well, according to...
Don't tell me according to anybody. You tell according to a police officer? I've had 10 years of postgraduate legal education. When you're in somebody's house and you're an invited guest, first of all, you weren't an invited guest.
But
in
I
this
was
house. I'm
invited.
speaking. You weren't an invited guest. You were told not to come. You came anyway. He tried to avoid you and said, please leave. Once he told you to leave his house and you refused, you become a trespasser.
Well, another reason
Now-
I didn't leave is because in previous arguments that we've had, he's asked me to leave, and then 10 minutes later, he'll call me and tell me come back over.
Well, you just have to guess his mood then. Right now, he told you to leave, and you didn't leave. So he put his hands on you to escort you out.
Mm-hmm.
And what did you do?
I was pushing back against him, like you said, and I turned around, and he still had a hold of me when I smacked him in his face.
Right, so you smacked him in his face first.
Yes, ma'am.
And then he slapped you.
Twice.
Twice. You slapped him the first time, he slapped you twice. It's amazing to me that the police arrested you, sir. Absolutely amazing.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
You have no right to lie to the police, because it was a lie what you told the police, that he pushed you in your stomach while you were pregnant. That's not what he did at all, because that's not what you told me happened.
And later today,
I asked her, what is he doing here? Why are you calling me at 4 o'clock in the morning if he's here?
He started running his mouth. Me and him got into a fight.
He came with a pipe of some sort, then smashed out the back window.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Nathan Heater says ex-girlfriend Rebecca Titus had him falsely arrested for physically abusing her. Rebecca claims he kicked her in the stomach during her pregnancy.
Tried to get you out of the house. He's holding onto your arms. You're resisting him. Ultimately, you turn around. He's still pushing you, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And you slapped him.
Mm-hmm.
He slapped you then twice.
Mm-hmm.
Where did he slap you? In the face?
In the face.
And then he let go of you when you called the police.
Mm-hmm.
And you are there because you are pregnant.
Yes.
And you're concerned about the welfare of your baby.
Yes.
And that is the primary thing that you're concerned about, the welfare of your baby.
Yes.
So let me tell you what you told the police. Titus said that the defendant grabbed her by the arms and began to drag her out of his house, physically trying to remove her from the residence. She advised that she is pregnant with his child and that he pushed on her stomach. Was that meant to get the police really angry at him? Pregnant, he pushed on your stomach? You're full of baloney. And you had no right to have him arrested. And I'm amazed that they arrested him. He has a right to escort you out of his house if you refuse to leave. You hit him first. Did you hire a lawyer?
No, I had a public defender.
One of the things that I have to comment on is you're not too swift. If you're dating this girl and she tells you she's pregnant and it turns out it could have been you or somebody else, I wouldn't have had a wind through my head and then had intimate relations with her again, unprotected. Do we understand each other?
Completely.
Ms. Titus, you have to learn that domestic violence is a very serious crime. Just because you're a woman doesn't mean that you have a right to hit somebody and not expect to be hit back. And you have no right to lie to the police, because it was a lie what you told the police, that he pushed you in your stomach while you were pregnant. That's not what he did at all, because that's not what you told me happened. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,500. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I'm glad that somebody let her know that there are consequences for her actions.
I want him to be a father to the child, and pending a paternity test, I think that he will be there.
Careful who you fall in love with.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Foster versus Green. Step forward.
23-year-old Nick Foster is suing his ex-girlfriend's current boyfriend, 25-year-old Derek Green, for smashing his car windows with a pipe. Derek claims Nick tried to run him over.
Where's the girlfriend?
She didn't want to come.
She couldn't make it because of work.
Didn't want to come sounds
did not
like a
wanna come.
better answer.
Probably.
Mr. Foster, the defendant is your ex-girlfriend's current boyfriend?
Yes.
At the time, yeah.
And according to your complaint, one evening he was drunk and disorderly and damaged your car. Mr. Green says that he might have damaged your car, but that was because you tried to run him over. So why don't you tell me this story of intrigue?
Basically, my ex-girlfriend, who I've been together with on and off for 5 years now, she called me over about 4 o'clock in the morning.
Sure.
Had you been sleeping when she called?
Trying to, no.
What were you doing?
I was getting home from a night out.
Was this a Saturday night?
It was a Thursday night.
So you were just coming in at 4 o'clock in the morning?
No, I was home probably about 2 o'clock, but she called me at 4 o'clock.
And you figured this is too good to pass up? I'm going over.
Yep.
Had you been drinking?
Earlier that night, yes.
And what happened when you got to her house?
I stayed over there for about hour and a half, and decided to leave.
Who does she live with?
She lives with her mother and her father.
How did she get you into the house?
The front door.
What happened when you left?
Her father was awake, so I decided to go out the back door. That's where I saw the defendant passed out in the backyard.
What were you doing in the backyard passed out, Mr. Green?
I was passed out there because my girlfriend had left with my buddy's girlfriend to go to the store to get cigarettes. I passed out. I wake up. He's chasing my girlfriend around.
You're getting ahead of yourself, sir. I'm asking the questions.
Nick Foster says his ex-girlfriend's current boyfriend, Derek Green, vandalized his car with a pipe. Derek claims Nick is stalking him and his girlfriend.
Where were you earlier in the evening of the 8th of September?
We were at the bar drinking, me and Jacqueline.
Jackie's the girlfriend?
Yes.
How did you get to her house?
Her car.
Who drove?
I did.
You drove the car drunk?
Yes.
And when you got there, she told you you couldn't come in?
No, I was outside smoking a cigarette. I was not allowed to smoke in the house.
And you just fell asleep?
Yes.
Passed out?
Mm-hmm.
You were awakened at about what time?
Around 4 o'clock in the morning.
And tell me what you sort of remember.
So I remember seeing him chasing my girlfriend around the back patio. He ran out the back door and through the back gate.
So he went out the back door?
Yeah, after he had went in the back
Just
door.
He went out. No, you didn't see him go in.
I seen him
No,
running,
no,
chasing
you
my
know, listen
girlfriend.
to me.
All right.
Mr. Green,
Mm-hmm.
let's get it together, sir.
All right, I'm getting it together.
You didn't see him go in, correct?
Yeah.
But you saw him come out.
Yes.
You don't know what time he went in.
I don't really know what went on, to tell you the
When
truth.
you were in the house with your ex-girlfriend and the father woke up, was he angry?
He was upstairs.
What caused your girlfriend to leave the house?
I decided that I needed to leave. So she said, go out the back door. We could hear him walking upstairs. Upon doing that, that's when I noticed that he was outside. I asked her, what is he doing here? Why are you calling me at 4 o'clock in the morning if he's here? So I guess he heard us talking outside, came downside and told us all to leave.
You mean the father?
Yes.
When he said he told you all to leave, what did he say to you?
He said, everyone leave.
That was nice. I would have probably phrased it differently. So what did you do, Mr. Green?
I left.
Well, how did you come in contact with Mr. Foster's car?
Well, after I had walked up the street, he come following me up the street. Me and him got into a fight.
How
stopped.
did you get into a fight? Explain
He got
that.
out his car. He started running his mouth. Me and him got into a fight, started walking across the street. Then he got back into his car, come across the street, tried to run me over. I had to jump out of the way, and I threw a rock at his back window and busted his window out.
Why did you throw a rock at his back window?
It's an ongoing thing with him. It's, you know, he's been stalking us.
I'm asking you, what did the rock have to do with this altercation that you had?
He tried to run me over. He tried to kill me.
Go ahead, Mr. Foster.
What he said was correct to a point. Yes, we did get into a fight, and I got out of my car to run my mouth because he kicked us out of my car. His friends came over and separated us.
Where were your friends? What are all these people doing at 5 o'clock in the morning?
He woke him
They're not
up.
my friends.
We woke him up arguing, and they were right across the street.
How old are you?
I'm 23.
I'm 25.
It's not even the youth of America. Yes, go ahead. So,
Well, when you stand in the middle of the street as I'm trying to leave, yes, I guess you could say I tried to hit him.
with your car.
Well, yeah, if I'm driving in the middle of the street, he's in the middle of the street, then yes, I guess you could say I tried to hit him.
Yeah, go ahead.
He came after me as I pulled over. He came with a pipe of some sort, smashed the side of my car in the driver's door, then the back door, then smashed out the back window.
Does that sound right, Mr. Green?
No.
Well, how did all the windows get broken on his car?
I don't know how all the windows got broken. I know I busted the back window out. I didn't bust any of the other windows out.
Can I see pictures of the car, please?
The other windows were not busted out. It's the side, or the top of my car, on the side of my car, that was damaged with a pipe.
What kind of car do you have?
Grand Prix.
Ooh, no, that's a pipe, Mr. Green. That's not a rock, sir. That's pipe. What kind of work do you do?
I'm a roofing supervisor.
A what?
Roofing supervisor.
If I were spending my days up on the top of a roof, I don't think I would get as sauced as you do, sir.
I take off when I want.
That's responsible.
I pick my days.
Can I see the estimates on your car, please? Either one of you treated at any hospital or by any doctor on the night of the 8th or the 9th of September?
No.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
Treated by a doctor or a hospital?
No, I was not.
Okay, so we're not talking about any injuries to you. We're talking about two people who had been drinking a lot, right? Let me ask you a question. Did you have a fight with your ex-girlfriend that evening?
No.
Did you ask her whether or not she had called him to come over?
Yes, I did.
And what did she say?
She said no.
But you see, that's a lie, because she let him in the house.
You know, when somebody stalks you so much, then you can only do so much.
Listen to me. If somebody's stalking, uncross your hands. If somebody's stalking you, you don't resolve his stalking by calling him at 4 o'clock in the morning to come over to the house. And you don't let him in the house, sir.
Yeah, well, he's coming to my house 2:30 in the morning.
I don't care about your house. I'm talking about the girlfriend's house, sir.
I'm not worried about that no more.
Listen, when you drink, you have to pay the piper. I don't think your girlfriend was honest with you, sir, with regard to what happened that evening. Maybe she was a little drunk, too, which is why she called Mr. Foster over. Certainly her father got fed up with all of you, told you all to leave. If he was afraid for his daughter's life, he would have taken her into the house and said, you guys get out of here because you're placing my entire family at risk. So I think that's something you really have to look into. And maybe if you had a clear head, Mr. Green, and weren't so infused with alcohol, you could look at the situation a little more clearly. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,941. Thank you.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Trên tay mình đang cầm đấy là sản phẩm kem dưỡng da, dưỡng trắng, người nhăn và chống lão hóa Easy. Thì với các cái tính chất có trong dòng dưỡng kem Easy, tính chất vàng của Easy thì sẽ giúp nâng cơ, chống chảy xệ cho da một cách tốt nhất, giúp da của chúng ta sẽ được đàn hồi và chống nhăn, và đồng thời chứa có cái thành phần axit amin, bột ngọt trái và các cái khoáng chất sẽ giúp cho da của chúng ta được phục hồi những cái vùng da mà bị tổn thương, và có cái tính chất niacinamide sẽ giúp làm mờ các cái vết nám, các cái đốm tàn nhang ở trên da của chúng ta. Và đối với dòng kem Easy này thì nó sẽ có cái công dụng với cái kem kết cấu mềm mại, mịn màng, thẩm thấu nhanh và chiết xuất từ cái thành phần từ lô hồi, rễ cam thảo hoặc quả hồi, cùng với harmamelin có tác dụng làm da của chúng ta là được căng mịn, trắng sáng, và đặc biệt là nó sẽ chống nhăn một cách tốt nhất. Và đặc biệt cho những cái làn da mà có những cái nám, tàn nhang và những cái nếp nhăn ở trên da, khi mà chúng ta dùng cái sản phẩm kem Easy dưỡng trắng, ngừa nhăn và chống lão hóa, chống nhăn thì là một cái sản phẩm cực kỳ là quốc dân mà chị em chúng ta nên lựa chọn. Và cách sử dụng thì chúng ta sẽ lấy một cái lượng kem vừa đủ, chấm ở 5 điểm vàng ở trên mặt, hai gò má, trán, cằm và mũi. Sau đó chúng ta sẽ massage nhẹ nhàng. Và đặc biệt với chất kem của Easy thì nó sẽ thẩm thấu rất là nhanh, không để lại cái hiện tượng như là bết rít da, là một cái sản phẩm mà chị em chúng ta nên sử dụng